I have a very hot take about Dragon Ball Z. I think you've heard it, Hans. I think I've told you before.
Is yours the GT's better than Super? Because that's my hot take.
I also agree with you.
I fucking love GT.
I agree with you.
It's got flaws up the ass, but I love it.
The only thing I didn't like about GT is they kind of made Trunks a bitch.
Yep,
and he was like in a Boy Scout outfit for some reason. I was like, this guy
fucking looked like it. Everything.
You don't know the Boy Scout.
Baby's such a good villain. Super 17, such a fucking cool villain. Jiro come back, the whole Hell saga, so fucking good.
Super Saiyan, was it 4?
It's the coolest. It's the coolest fucking transformation to this day.
They genuinely could have ended it at that transformation. I would have been like, yeah, that's it. That's all we need.
Or brought it back for Super.
Yeah, or brought it back for Super would have been great. Yeah, it's fucking dumb. It's dumb.
Yep.
But no, my hot take is that Goku has no character development whatsoever, and Vegeta should technically be the main character of Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, he has the most character development.
He has the most character development. Dude, he goes from wanting to destroy the world, Earth or whatever, to marrying a human, having a half-human kid, and he's constantly chasing Goku. He's the only one that achieves goals in that fucking show.
And puts in the work to do it.
Dude, I got into an argument with someone on Threads the other day about this, and he's like, what are you talking about? Goku has so much character development. I'm like, dude, creating new transformations does not count as character development.
And in Super, he most certainly does not. Like, you could maybe make the argument for Z. In Super, he's just stupid.
He's the same fucking dude, man. He's the same guy.
What's a kiss? I'm like, you have 3 kids, 2 kids.
What do you
what
mean?
are you fucking talking about? What's a kiss?
What do you mean?
So stupid.
Your wife's name is Chi-Chi.
Right. Like,
what do you mean?
Well, also, like, the thing I like about Vegeta and GT is, like, at the end of it, when he does go Super Saiyan 4, he finally puts down the whole, like, we got to work for all this bullshit. Like, he's like, I gotta find
Welcome to the podcast,
Saiyan
everybody. This is our Christmas/New Year's episode.
My bad.
Today we have on the couch, we have Hans, we have Alex, we have James, and we have Devan. 2 guests on the pod. We've never done that before. We're sharing mics today.
Yeah,
we're swapping spit.
Talking Dragon Ball.
Talking Dragon Ball right from the fucking jump.
No one has any gum. We all spit it out beforehand.
We made sure.
Coming in hot with the Dragon Ball Z takes.
Hans is really bad with the gum. I don't know if you guys heard that one episode.
How's everybody's Christmas?
Merry.
Indeed. Happy. Yeah. Actually not, but it was actually not great.
Mine was good.
Mine was pretty gay.
Yeah?
I had a gay old time.
Gay old time?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hans, how about you? Oh, you can't talk. He's no mic.
It was good. I was with family the entire time.
Family including Hayden or family not including?
I was going to say like maybe I was maybe there like an hour.
Oh. Well, did you get any Christmas? Never mind.
Any holiday cheer?
Yeah. Jingle jangles.
I'm going to jingle my jingles on your head.
It's going to be that kind of episode today, kids.
I don't know. We watched a really good Christmas movie.
That Grinch?
No, Nosferatu.
Oh, yeah.
No,
What is your guys' go-to holiday movie?
A Christmas
Die
Story.
Hard? Christmas Story? Okay, classic.
No, one of my favorite movies of all time.
This year I watched The Grinch.
Grinch
with,
is great.
Jim Carrey.
Grinch is great.
Always liked that one.
What you got, Alex?
Jim Carrey's Grinch.
It's a great movie.
Fucking hate you guys.
I just
Fantastic.
watched Sonic 3.
Oh,
How was it?
Oh,
The best Jim Carrey performance.
Was it?
really?
It just overtook The Grinch.
He did
No way, are you serious?
he did a dual
No
performance,
lie.
right?
Holy
Dual
shit.
performance.
Holy-
He played his grandpa and Professor Robotnik.
No.
And I'm just saying, it blew The Grinch out of the water.
Are you
Wow.
Are you serious?
Insane.
Yeah, and I love The Grinch. Like,
Fuck, man. I might
Jim
have to
Carrey's
run those,
Grinch.
man. I haven't seen one of them.
I stand by the Sonic movies.
Oh, dude, they're
I mean,
great.
shit,
The-
they got 3?
The best movie about rings since Lord of the Rings.
Dude, it's crazy that they went from the like extremely weird realism Sonic
Horrendous.
With guns.
This proves bullying works.
Oh yeah,
This proves, man. We
Yep.
gotta bring bullying back.
1,000%. They're kids movies, but if you go there with an open heart and a couple shots, they'll 90% on Rotten Tomato every time.
Dude, I just watched the Knuckles series without
I might have to
any
beat
shots.
that,
I still had a
honestly.
good time.
I think I'm
a
gonna
fucking
check out
child.
3.
The first one was kind of hard to get through,
Yep.
but second and third, top tier video game movie.
I know, what's going on, baby?
Keanu Reeves.
Close to me. Get close to me.
Cuddled.
I know, brother.
You got room?
Not too much.
I'll give you room.
Oh, that takes him in.
Appreciate that.
I don't know why the fucking...
Yeah, he's still in it. He's in the third one, but he plays such a minor role. I think people realize, like, we don't care about the humans. Like, just give us Sonic and the squad.
Shadow.
Sonic 3 is the best video game adaptation of a movie of all time.
Wow.
I'm saying that.
God damn.
Better than Resident Evil?
Brother.
I don't even want to talk about that.
I don't know, dude. I want the Carnival movie at some point. Give me Carnival's.
We're getting House of the Dead.
House
I
of the
want
Dead.
Carnival.
Same dude that did Resident Evil.
I want Carnival.
Carnival's another arcade shooter,
Yeah,
right?
it's that one with like the jester.
I remember
head
that
and
joint.
shit.
Do you
Yeah.
remember
What's up,
playing
brother?
that on the VR at
What's up?
Matt's? Did you ever go there when we played the VR at Matt's? He had Carnival.
Did he
as
on
a
VR?
I don't think it was Carnival. It was,
Was it
Until Dawn. And but it was in like a
Carnival
ride.
theme?
Yeah.
It was Carnival theme where you're on.
Until
a ride.
Dawn was the first game I played on PS4. Isn't that crazy?
Shit.
It's not even like a game. It's like a fucking story.
So wait, what was yours? Your Christmas movie?
What was yours? You go.
Lord of the Rings. I just watched all 3 extended
That's
in one sitting.
fuck, dude.
Oh man.
I have a problem.
Extended
That's when
versions?
you were texting me, huh?
Holy shit.
You were like, I didn't
I got
realize.
halfway through the 3rd, and then I was like, all right, we got to stop.
Yep.
And then when we went back on Christmas Eve, I finished off the 4th one, but I restarted,
Yep.
so it was 5 hours.
What time did you start and what time did you end?
I stayed up hella late. I think I started at 11, and then stayed up until fucking
Those are
11.
3 to 4 hours each. And I
Yeah.
saw those when they did the re-release this year. And we did one movie at a time, like each day. And that was a lot.
That's not counting Kaka and Wee Wiz breaks, dude.
Yeah.
You know?
I didn't do
Yeah.
those.
No?
I didn't.
He held it.
Fucking
Held it.
locked in, bro. You
I
didn't
just
eat, huh?
I ate
You
carnitas,
redigested that shit.
drank horchata,
He's like, not today.
and had some wine, and just sat there with
Horchata didn't
the
fucking
mother-in-law. Oh,
Wow.
it's water and rice.
Mother-in-law?
I know, but your tummy is just so sensitive.
It was just us two. We just sat
Mother-in-law is
there.
cool as fuck.
I
No,
know.
I believe it, but that's
Her and I just sat there and watched the entire thing.
a long haul, brother.
My little man's his sensitive tummy. I said,
Right.
sure he's doing okay.
Not when he's watching his favorite.
I'm
Just
watching something
redigest
that
that shit.
Completely relaxed.
Smeagol.
Like
I
he's
just
on
watched
the
Aragon,
Aries.
and I'm just hard the entire time.
So I watched Nosferatu the other day.
For sure.
Yeah.
When did you watch Nos? When did you watch Nos?
I watched Nos on Friday, so the day after it came out.
Okay. You watched it today.
Oh, by the
I
way,
watched it this
my
morning.
my Christmas movie is Friday after next. My bad. I completely
good
forgot.
Every
shit.
year. I'm so
Good
sorry.
shit.
I didn't mean to gloss
Forgot.
over that.
There is a Grinch reference in there,
Yep.
so it works.
Yep.
It works.
It's a Christmas movie.
Yep.
It is
It's
a Christmas
1000%.
movie.
Like they
Christmas
try to
movie.
steal
100%.
Christmas.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
The boys
1000%.
stop it.
Uh-huh.
It's a great movie.
They get jacked by Black Santa Claus.
Okay, hang on.
He's-
Before we move on to Nos,
He
Do
was
you
like
guys-
Bobby Brown in a Santa Claus suit. Go ahead.
do you guys consider Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Dude, I'm going to keep it a buck with you. I've never even seen Die Hard. I know that's crazy. I apologize.
Do you hate Bruce Willis?
Okay.
I mean, kind of. No, I'm just kidding.
Then-
High school.
He's a piece of shit. But
he's
getting-
dying,
yeah,
Rise.
he's
dying.
he's dying, Rise.
Rise.
He's dying, Rise.
He's gonna
He's
rise
dying,
again.
Rise.
I mean,
dying.
Karma's coming back. So.
Would you, okay, hear
No
me out.
offense.
Would you guys consider Nosferatu a Christmas movie?
Just because it came out on Christmas?
No,
No,
it's-
because there's a
it's-
Christmas tree in it.
It takes place during
It
like,
does
December.
take place during Christmas.
holidays?
It takes place over a couple of months, but it ends up in December.
Well, that depends on how you gauge a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
I don't know if a Christmas tree makes a Christmas movie.
There's a Christmas tree in here.
Like in Texas,
means
And
we're
it's a
in a
Christmas
Christmas
movie. Oh, fuck.
Whoa. All right, cool.
like in one of
I
those
like this guy.
I like this guy.
Jesus Christ.
in one of those cannibal movies, Texas Chainsaw Hills Have Eyes. One of them, they just have like a random like dead Christmas tree up in the background, like it's not a Christmas movie.
It's a Christmas tree.
Yeah, but it wasn't December.
Christmas movie.
It doesn't matter. It's a Christmas tree. I think it is the remake. I think where they're in that fucked up house and that dude's in the wheelchair.
Hey, I would
Yeah.
say
That's so
now we're
good.
going off topic.
Sorry,
A little
sorry.
bit,
sorry.
yeah.
That movie
Which
is
one?
up there with Evil Dead.
Oh
You
yeah,
guys have eyes?
the remake, like 2005,
That's
2006.
first one.
The first one or the second one?
First one.
The second one was fucking weird.
Yeah,
Second one's
First
so
one was awesome.
strange.
Did you guys ever
change of
stay up
pace.
late on Skinamax and watch The Hills Have Thighs?
Fuck, dude.
This motherfucker's the one who
I was the one
showed it
that
to me.
showed him that. I recorded
That's childhood memory.
Yeah, that's fucking. Yep.
That's a deep cut.
Dressed like a
Well,
cave
hey,
woman.
deep cut.
She comes
Hey.
down. Never mind.
I was a menace when I got DirecTV. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Dude,
bro.
same.
I had that back button on fucking lock.
My
dude.
God. Hills,
My
To
parents
go
were
back to
coming
like
up
Cartoon Network.
Hills Have Thighs. Spawn Hans and I for like 2 years, coming up with porn names. A Wet Dream on Elm
For you
Street.
guys?
Oh yeah. We would sit at the coffee shop for hours, for like
Just
2
sitting there.
years, and just
Back
come up
to
with
Porn
back.
yep.
names?
Oh, dude, it was
Because of
bad.
the Hills Have Thighs.
That's
I was like,
crazy.
that's so
Do you-
stupid. It's so
do you-
good.
Do you
It is
remember?
stupid and good. It's
Do you remember
Friday
somebody in
sh-
the group coming up with Friday She's 13?
Friday she's 13.
that's what.
None of us.
You probably
But somebody
No, it
who
was
was in our
someone that was at
group.
the coffee shop. Yeah.
You probably shouldn't have let that one fly right now.
There was so many.
Nuts.
That's why I verified.
There's screenwriters in coffee shops, and then there's these guys.
Dude, there was so many. I couldn't think of any of them outside What Dream on Elm Street. That was still like.
What Dream on Elm Street is good though.
That's
we were sitting there just
one.
like I think we were typing it up.
We had so many. Yeah.
I mean, that writes itself.
Oh yeah.
Right.
And we just be like walking around, and we just, dude, and we'd like just like it was like a thing for years.
Yeah.
It was
coming up for the month.
Ridiculous.
But it was because of that movie.
Edna Scissorhands.
Yeah, there was fucking wild ones.
But
we had some good ones.
So Nos.
Oh yeah. Sorry, brothers. I'm sorry.
No, dude, you're fine. I saw it this morning at 7 o'clock.
I feel like we should go with the freshest person. 7 a.m. Yeah, 7 a.m.
I wake up at 5. So seeing the movie at 7 is perfect. It's beautiful. Amazing. I love it. No one there. No little fucking people talking. Oh God.
Lay down
dude, I'm very envious. I didn't know they had those times.
Oh yeah,
I had no idea.
Heated seats. I was just sitting there.
Oh, dude.
Watching, seeing.
Oh shit.
Jade Depp's daughter just getting fucking railed.
She's railed?
I don't even think she was getting railed by Nos.
No. By fucking, what's his name?
Oh, by
Willem
Nicholas?
What do you mean she doesn't get railed?
Nosferatu, right?
She goes from midnight to dawn, brother.
All just by thought.
No. But we'll get to the ending. We'll get to the ending.
I don't.
Go ahead.
Are you guys okay with that?
We shouldn't.
I still want to see it.
Yeah.
I want to hear about everyone's experience watching it, though.
Hear what you guys saw about it.
I want to know about 7 a.m. because, like, I tried to watch it at Santana Row, and it was sold out, so I had to go to Oak Ridge.
Oh.
Can we talk about, like, how, like, the ambiance and, like, the people around you make a movie
100%.
or break it?
Yep.
100%.
Like, someone brought their kids. Like, there's a loud-ass group. And, like, I think people thought it was going to be a vampire movie. And, like, halfway through, they realized, like, it's not. So they just started fucking yapping.
Oh, God,
like,
dude.
If you have, like, a small theater near you, or if you could do a matinee, go to that. But I went at 6 p.m. on a Friday in a mall movie theater. Worst mistake I could have made.
That's
rough. That sucks, dude.
That's rough.
I'll be rewatching it.
Smelled like peachy ass in there. I fucking hate Oak Ridge, dude.
Yeah, it's peachy ass.
How is that mall still open?
How did the one in Valley Fair close and this one's still open?
Yeah, what
They're
the fuck
opening
is that?
an Alamo Draft House in Valley Fair.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll be here.
Alamo, so they bought the 2 locations Icon had because Icon's from like the Midwest and they went bankrupt. Mm-hmm. So they're opening an Alamo in Mountain View and an Alamo in Valley Fair. And if you've ever been to an Alamo, they have attendants there, like in the old days. If they see you on your phone or if they hear you talking, they'll kick you out. It's perfect.
That's what I hate a motherfucker that's fluent in Japanese, dude. I hate that.
Bro, you should have been there for our Smile 2 fucking movie. When we went to go see that, dude, this bitch, I swear to God, dude, I'm about to fucking lose it. I want to kill that fucking chick.
Go off, King.
We're sitting there, and these people show up late. It's a little, like, young couple. Don't speak any English. They got Chick-fil-A hidden in their fucking, like, shirts and shit.
Oh, man.
And I shit you not.
Stank in there.
Dude, this bitch is sitting there entire time talking. She's like, oh, no, don't go in there. Don't do it. Don't do it. And then Crystal and I, like, look at each other, and she turns over to her, and she's like, can you shut up?
Crystal?
Yes. She was like, can you be quiet?
Oh,
and then
dude,
the dude,
the spicy came out, dude.
The chick is just sitting there, she's like, and then her boyfriend's like, yeah, no problem. And then she goes back to it, talking.
Dude, me and you that's so funny, because I feel like I wouldn't have said anything, but Michaela would have fucking
said
dude.
I feel weird if I
say
shit. No,
Isn't that great? I'm going to do nothing.
We got great chicks, dude. It's awesome. She just fucking told her. It felt great.
Yeah. Dude,
Thanks, babe.
No onions.
That's how it be sometimes, though. Sometimes it's just, it is like legitimately, he said no pickles, or he said extra pickles.
And me, I'm like, I'll just take them off. She's like, fuck that.
And they're like pissed about it. Like legit.
Yeah.
And then you could proudly say, I've never sent anything back.
Yep.
We're not picky.
So yours was shit. 7 o'clock in the morning.
Golden.
I'll tell you people, it's fantastic.
That sounds
no one there.
Awesome.
The only thing that I heard in the entire movie was a dude cough up some nasty ass loogie while something was happening. So I could barely hear it. He's all, it was great.
Everything. One of those little fucking the spit cans.
Oh yeah, dude, it was fucking dope. and obviously retired as shit, but there was no one there. I didn't have to hear a little fucking chick yapping. I didn't have to hear some fucking kids screaming, wondering what sex is.
That's a pretty relaxing way to like wake up.
Oh, dude.
You know, you're like, all right, I'm going to go to the movies.
Hang out with the count for a little bit.
Does it have the recliner seats?
See some great
And
brain.
heated.
And heated?
Fully
Did you
heated.
see Defoe's brain?
No.
Oh, you
Yeah.
don't see Defoe
I'm not
in
going to
this
lie to
one?
you, bro.
You don't.
Oh, my
No,
bad.
he doesn't get full.
You don't see
frontal.
his cock?
Why would you see Defoe?
He's just crazy. He's a crazy
Van
occult
Helsing,
guy.
bro.
He showed his
Who?
nuts.
Nosferatu?
No, William.
Defoe.
Oh.
Because he showed his whole dong in that devil movie or whatever.
We don't talk about that.
Yeah.
But he
Which
that was a
one?
prosthetic
I know, but it's
That was a prosthetic?
You seen
in
it?
Antichrist.
Antichrist, yeah.
I gotta look this up.
Interesting.
Hold this mic.
Opens and waits inserting into his wife.
I thought he just had a crazy dong.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah,
No, he
technically
does,
it
but
is.
it was so big that they had to put a prosthetic on him.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
His
the
meat
case.
was too big.
that hung?
Yeah.
Of course, he makes that smile at you right as he's getting hard. Just fucking.
That would be terrifying.
we
You know,
talk-
some guys
If
are...
we're talking hung, what's his face? Taylor Johnson.
Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Aaron Taylor Johnson in that movie.
Which movie?
When we talk
In
about
Nosferatu.
Oh,
aura,
he's in Nosferatu?
yeah.
Oh,
Dude.
shit. Bro,
If we're talking aura, that guy.
Aaron Taylor
He had
Johnson, I don't know whether to fight him or fuck him, dude. That's
Honestly?
a man right there, brother.
Talk about glow up. He did a superhero movie,
He did like
It was a
5.
good movie,
and he
too,
took
I'm not
5
gonna lie.
of them. He looked like me.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden he finishes,
Hey, don't talk about
and then
yourself
he
like that, bro.
gets.
He looked good in
average
Kick-Ass. What you
guy.
talking about?
No, he
fine.
didn't.
He
Don't
looked
look
like
looked
a dork.
good.
He
No,
looked like a
he
dork.
looked good.
He looked like a dork in Kick-Ass.
Yo, have you guys seen Bullet Train?
In Bullet, that's what I'm talking
Bullet Train,
about.
Yep.
When he says aura,
That's aura.
Did you like Bullet Train? Oh, I
Love
thought
Bullet
it was so
Train.
good, bro. I took. Oh my god,
God.
dude! Another dude.
That's what he's good at.
Yep.
Yes, bro. I heard someone say that. Like I read something that Brad Pitt is cursed with lead actor face with supporting actor like
Roles.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like he has the comedy or the comedic timing of a supporting actor.
Yep.
Supporting actor. And it's like the exact opposite with what's that dude, Steve Buscemi?
Yep.
Yeah.
Where he's real a fucking great actor, but that fool looks like button
Stuck
balls
in-
and assholes.
Well, it's like I said before. Like for a long time, the only
He's an American
person-
hero.
I know that.
He helped in
only-
9/11.
The only person that would kind of coax like the
We gotta go back to
comedic
that.
aspect of Brad out earlier on, at least, was Tarantino.
Mm-hmm.
He was really good at like making him like Brad's funny, but like he would showcase that in Glorious Bastards.
What a great movie.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Like he would, right,
Mm-hmm.
and he gets him to kind of showcase that. Whereas a lot of people think Brad Pitt like very serious and like
Yeah.
fight, but no, he's funny as fuck.
He's hilarious.
And like
I know
Bullet
he's
Train's
like,
a prime fucking example of just like, yep, like
Who?
Bullet Train.
oh, Bullet Train.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like, yep, there it is. Like fucking
Dude.
golden, dude.
You know, at family parties, he's like the uncle.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I think he like beat up his kids or something, right? Didn't that happen? Didn't that happen?
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
uncle.
Allegedly.
Yeah, the uncle, yeah.
I think that was all verbal.
Yeah,
I don't think it was ever
yeah.
physical. I'm not
Not
too
that
sure.
that's much better.
Not
but,
it's
I
much
mean,
better, but like
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Y'all ain't
true
been
big
beat?
bad, Brad. But
What?
Yeah, big
I
bad.
said, y'all
But
ain't
I'ma
been
still
beat?
watch
say,
all
say
those
that one more time,
movies.
Hans.
And I hope he doesn't. I hope that's not true.
What'd you say?
Bring it back,
Y'all never been beat?
Y'all never been beat?
brother.
I used to be beat as a kid. What
I
the fuck?
got
Hey, right there with you.
Yo,
Right there with you.
I still shiver at wooden spoons, bro.
Oh, dude, that
This
the
may,
wood, the wooden or the metal?
this may be an inappropriate time, but shout out
Our
Papa
fucking brothers, of course, we both did. Shout out Papa Hans.
Love
I just
you,
got dinner with
Dad.
that man.
Dude,
Love you, Daddy.
I love you, daddy.
what'd you guys
It
eat?
was like,
We went to Tempo.
Fuck is
oh,
tempo?
dude,
I
it
don't
was
fucking
great.
know, dude.
What the
Did you like
fuck is
your meal?
tempo?
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. Delicious.
It was, right?
Yeah, not to bring up what we were talking about earlier about Gaza and stuff like that, but I got chicken Jerusalem.
We gotta go back to
Never heard of
9/11.
that. Never heard of that. Yeah, we gotta run back to 9/11 too.
Oh, yeah. it's
Never
a good
heard of that.
episode.
What did Abel keep calling it? The genocide chicken.
Genocide chicken.
Genocidal chicken.
Yeah,
I was
genocidal
like, yo.
chicken.
He's even told me, he's like, come on, man, why'd you get that? But that shit was fantastic.
I bet
it was
it
very
was.
good. It was very good. I don't
Listen,
know why they
You
call
were
it
on
that.
the opposite spectrum of Palestinian chicken. That episode of
Oh,
Curb.
fucking Curb Your Enthusiasm? Yeah, the fucking...
Dude.
That one where he's like...
Yeah.
I just saw a fucking clip of that. Sorry, of Curb Your Enthusiasm,
Yeah.
where it's Vince Vaughn
Yeah.
and what's his name, and they're
The
getting
latest season.
soup, and the chick's just sweating because she just had diarrhea.
Mm-hmm.
Crystal
Yep.
sent that to me.
Have
That
you
shit was
ever-
funny.
have you
Dude,
watched
you need
Curb?
to watch
Nope.
it.
Bro, you gotta run that up.
Yeah.
I can't watch anything. I have the shortest attention span.
Goldfish style?
Oh, dude.
Goldfish style.
My mind is only on
I
Path
think-
of Exile.
I think you'd be hooked. You'd be hooked right off the first episode.
You would.
Oh, no, I know that.
It's hilarious.
I've watched a few episodes with Dad. It's good. It's fucking awesome. I love Larry David. He's fucking
Yeah,
cool.
it's great, dude.
Sorry,
It's very
I'm just
good.
gonna insert my experience of Nosferatu.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're all good.
Fucking incredible.
Are you talking about chicken?
am I the bad guy now? We're going off like
No,
talk.
I wanted to hear what you guys were talking about.
We're talking about the talk about chicken nuggets, which are
They fuck.
They're
Yo, what?
They
fucking
fuck.
72 grams of protein.
Taco
They
Bell,
are
send 'em out.
fucking
Talk about
fantastic.
Send 'em out.
chicken nuggets?
The best chicken
Have not
nuggets
tried 'em
by
yet,
far.
but-
Are you serious?
Okay,
By far.
but you guys know
brother.
KFC is also like a subsidiary of Taco Bell.
So
right?
they know their
They're the same
chicken.
company.
They know
Exactly.
their
It's
chicken.
delicious.
I
That's what I'm
don't.
saying.
care. Dude, these fuck anything KFC's ever done.
Really?
Why do you think we have combo Taco
They're
Bell
rolling them
KFCs?
like tortilla and like, dude, they're so fucking.
roll them in
good. What about
tortilla?
There's tortilla chips and shit in there. That's why the coating looks weird. I remember it's rolled up with something else. I don't know what it is exactly, but they are
Oh, shit.
delicious. 72 grams of protein, like 400 something calories. Get a 10 piece, your life will be fucking made. Anyway, sorry, no.
They got barbecue sauce?
The Chicken Man podcast.
all types.
brother.
Really?
Spicy ranch, bell sauce, spicy jalapeno sauce. Oh, the best. Like $7.
Gumbo shrimp,
You you will be
fried shrimp.
and you will be full afterwards.
Shrimp jambalaya.
Fuck off! It's the end of the year. Stop bitching. We'll get to Nosferatu when we
All
get.
right, run it up, run it up, run
So
it up. My bad.
I saw
We're good.
I saw it at the Mohill Theater. That was
to
that was ass, dude.
That theater
Literally,
sucks.
Theater's
ass. Let me explain to you real quick.
Doorway got better.
Let me just
Thank
get
God.
like a moment of silence because nuts to butts, literally like maybe a foot of room for me to walk between. And I fucked up because I thought I was getting, I got an aisle seat. No, it's against the wall.
Against the wall?
Dad couldn't go out and piss. He had to walk against people. He's like, I gotta go before this movie starts. And I'm like, I'm so sorry.
Against the wall?
Yeah, they have little theaters
Yeah, it's like-
where it's one entrance,
One entrance, one aisle.
and then you walk up, and then you have to go all the way through.
Oh, man,
fucked.
don't let a fucking mass shooter in there.
Fuck
Oh,
no.
you're stuck.
Dude, that's
He is
it,
the
man.
I
man.
would have been, I would have been fucked.
You watched the sex?
Don't
movie
let a
with your
mass
dad
shooter in there
theater?
either.
I saw it with
Up
my
against the
roommate. I
wall?
saw it with my roommate too.
Jeez.
My roommate, my dad, and me.
Nice.
And that theater sucks balls. But the movie
Movie?
itself made up for it. I was like, man, this is great.
So the atmosphere of the theater didn't fuck up the experience for you?
Well, I'd say the atmosphere of the fear. The
Holy
atmosphere of
whoa.
the fear.
That's some
shit.
tism, dude.
Dude, that was crazy.
We're autistic
Brought
together.
to you by
Shout out.
1792.
Shout out to this bitch. No, the atmosphere of the theater gave like old theater vibes to where like, hey, they
you
haven't
okay?
cleaned the fucking thing off the projector in
Sweetheart.
like 10
Sweetheart.
years.
we're worried
Sweetheart.
about you.
And I was like, oh, I'm getting it's a vibe in here.
very
It's Nosferatu
Transylvania.
vibe in here.
How was the movie?
It was great.
Yeah?
Oh my god, no, it was fucking awesome. I got to see fucking
Bill Skarsgård.
Bill Skarsgård being fucking gross. Man's just nasty, full of
do you think they edited his voice? Because his voice is
voice
the
sound-
same.
I've heard
No,
his voice.
he-
It's awesome.
He fucked up his voice
Doing
by
that?
doing this. He said that he permanently damaged his voice doing this because he trained with the opera singer.
Kind of like
to
Austin
get-
Butler.
Yes.
Oh, it's gravelly, dude.
Oh,
I heard the vocal clips.
Sorry, I know you're
haven't
joking.
seen what he
I'm
looks like,
joking.
but I've heard
because
the
that man
voice.
is permanently
He's
Elvis.
just stuck as Elvis.
I don't wanna give
he
away
shaved his head
spoilers on
recently
what he
too.
looks
dude.
like.
You know he's gonna be
I know-
American
I
Psycho.
know a little bit. I know it's different.
They're
than the OG.
remaking American Psycho.
They are remaking American Psycho with Austin Butler.
Why are we
as
Not
doing
even
this?
that old.
Why are we
It's not
doing
even that
this?
old.
I'm tired. Like, is nothing
Just watch
Sacred?
the second one with Mila Kunis. It's not even an actual
the fuck
sequel.
up. Shut the fuck up.
like? Why are we continuously remaking movies?
Fine
No one
as
has
that.
originality.
It's also
Okay,
like
it's
not.
gone.
It's not baked into their contracts. What is it? The
I'm gonna
guy
chime in
who
here.
did the
We're-
Back to the Futures.
We're talking about a remake right now, guys, and it was good.
It is a remake,
Yeah, it's like the third remake or
but it's
the
like
fourth
a
remake.
100 years.
You're right. You're right.
It's kind of
A
different.
100 years ago. It's
Yeah.
different.
A little
You're
different.
right. You're right.
American Psycho was what, like
2000?
2000?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at
And it
that.
holds up still.
Fuck yeah, man.
I just
How many was
rewatched
it
it last
today?
year for the
Four?
first time in
5.
years, and it still
Which one is
holds
that?
up.
5 DPC.
What's like
With who?
Christian Bale?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Not the one with Mila Kunis. That wasn't even planned to be an American Psycho. They just do that
It's a
at the
sequel to
beginning.
American Psycho.
It's not really though, because it wasn't supposed to be. And then post production, they were like, "Fuck, this isn't gonna do well on its own. We got to tie it to something else." So they did reshoots and gave it like a opening scene with Patrick Bateman, real quick. but it's not American. Otherwise, it was not filmed to be an American Psycho film. Anyway, so I'm so sorry.
Straight to Redbox?
Oh, dude, it's fucking bad.
Straight to Redbox is hilarious. I've heard straight to DVD, never heard straight to Redbox. That's incredible. That's fucking awesome.
I thoroughly enjoyed the movie. Every shot in that movie, like what I was telling you guys earlier, could be just a fucking painting. Every shot in that movie could just be a still.
Oh, okay.
And like,
there's moments because a lot of it is
it could be a fucking panini.
Symmetrical. So everything is very like framed purposely to be like creepy and like obviously creepy, but it's like you can take a shot and the proportions on each side are perfect. So there's moments in that movie where you're watching a still or like something's happening and it's just fucking it just feeds the eyes.
It's satisfying. It's satisfying shots.
Yeah, all the pretentious fucks are just like, just eating it up. I'm loving it. It's great.
Well,
I want to picture
again,
that fucking.
You and I like The Witch, and a lot of people didn't.
Yeah, love The Witch.
I like The Witch too. I like The Witch too. Which is a good movie.
Very upset with The Witch first dropped.
Why?
Why are you saying fuck me for?
I'm looking at Devan. I can't see him beyond your fucking square Zac Efron in Iron Claw.
Jesus. Blasted on my chest.
Handsome Squidward ass.
Hans and I walked out of that. We were like, we like that. We were with like Abel, and they were like, that fucking sucked.
What?
Okay, we were with RJ Taylor, Lynn, and fucking you guys.
I know where Abel
all
came
of us.
from.
Looking back on it now,
Abel.
I did like The Witch. At the time, I was young. I was like, this isn't a fucking horror movie.
What is it? No media literacy?
None. My frontal lobe hadn't fucking
retarded.
developed. Still not developed. It's somewhat developed right now.
It's getting there.
It's getting there.
I don't know about that.
Mine's degrading. His is advancing. We're getting
Try.
there.
About maybe like 2 minutes ago, you went. Hands going like this.
Lily Rose Depp when she was just... yeah. Those that know.
Also, I mean,
Fucking insane.
Was it a sex scene?
no.
Sadly, no.
She did the Ahiago or whatever the fuck that fucking animation
Shout out.
is.
I'm sorry. Shout out to Lily Rose Depp. She fucking blew it out of the fucking park. Damn it.
And she blew it.
She just did sucked.
No, she knocked it
Did
out
she
of the
suck
park.
him off?
No, she didn't. Fuck.
It was implied.
It was implied.
No, he wasn't even there.
It was implied, and then the whole ending...
He's like, you want to be a
spoiler.
vampire, right?
Can't even get there. But she got there.
She got she made it happen.
We're only 27 minutes in.
Oh, this is great.
Dude, it's felt like a fucking hour.
This is the most chaotic
In a good way.
episode, and
Yeah.
In a
this is
very good
also-
way. I'm so
no
happy we
shit.
have like
This is my favorite.
50 minutes left.
This is by far my favorite episode we've done so far. This is fucking
Agreeable.
gold.
I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to disagree with you. I
What?
did not like her acting at all.
Johnny's gonna fucking come piss in your bed.
Also, a little,
dude. Shit in your bed.
hey, a little side thing. Her nipples are weird.
What? You
Them
see-
things
you
are like
see-
thumbs, bro.
Oh man, she got the braille joints.
and she got the money to fix that
Stevie
too.
Wonders.
They were hanging out there, bro.
I'm gonna fight this motherfucker right
I
now.
feel like they could have poked me in the eye, dude. I'm not
Damn,
fucking around.
bro.
It's cold in Britain. What do you want?
Britain.
Britain. The UK. Oh,
Germany.
fuck! It wasn't Germany.
It's the motherland, Hayden.
It's
You
cold.
all right?
We're not talking about. We talked about the other day.
We
I'm not
were
gonna say
about
that.
60 years shy
I
for
don't
Grandpa.
care. She looked great.
Grandpa.
She's got that like early 2000s aesthetic where it's like
There's
dry.
Her acting was great. Fuck you guys.
everything else I really liked.
Yeah.
I can't say the other thing I want to say because I don't.
Spoilers.
It's not
Yeah.
spoilers.
What do you?
I'm seeing it
can
this
you
week,
give
so I'm excited.
of who?
What's his name? I was not a fan of the.
It humanized him. It
didn't-
gave him some kind of like, oh, this motherfucker used to be something.
Are you talking about how Bill Skarsgård doesn't look anti-Semitic in this one?
Was that a thing?
When
People
was
say
thing?
that he
The
looks
original.
in the original that there's
Because he's bald.
He's based off. Is that the Salvador Dali watch?
Yeah.
My guy.
Yeah. Not a Cartier.
No, I don't care. I love Salvador Dali.
Oh, yeah,
That's
it
fucking
is.
awesome.
It is.
My dude.
I don't even know how this.
Yeah.
I don't even know how this
Thank you,
motherfucker tell time.
It took a while, bro.
It's so good.
Dude, look at this.
How do you
I
tell
don't know
time?
what the fuck.
Oh, it's so fucking good.
I don't know how-
Logan and I have been
I
looking
don't
at
know
those
how
for a
any of this
second.
shit works.
Dude, yeah. And I'm scared.
Time is an illusion. We're all gonna die.
Yeah.
No, yeah, that was a complaint with the first one, and maybe it was intentional, maybe it wasn't.
thinking
I
of
don't
the
know.
scene.
Uh-huh.
You know,
one
they did the
scene.
nose and the hair, and people said, "Oh, he's trying," you know.
Well,
Did they
I
give
don't want
him
to
a,
fucking say
like-
it.
I just know he looks fucking.
He looks
spooky,
like
so
a
that's
big
all I know.
spoiler.
He looks like
what?
Vladimir
Putin?
the Impaler.
No,
Sorry,
oh,
Vlad
Oh,
the
Vlad
Impaler.
Taylor?
He looks no.
It looks like Vladimir Putin.
Rasputin is what you meant, right?
No, Vlad
Do you mean
the
Rasputin?
Vlad the Impaler. Just
You mean
look up.
God the Impaler? Okay.
Yeah, just look him up.
Rasputin?
He looks
I
identical
thought
to him.
Dude, Rasputin's fucking.
Rasputin had like
Are you talking
long,
about the
crazy ass hair and a
priest?
big ass beard, right?
Oh.
Sounds like
that
Vladimir
bitch would
Putin
not
to
die?
me.
Sounds like
Yep.
Vladimir Putin to me.
Have you seen his shirtless
Shit,
photos?
this motherfucker, right?
He impales for sure.
This motherfucker impaled for sure.
Just add a photo of Vladimir
That's who,
Putin shirtless in here.
He's gonna cut it up.
Vlad the Impaler is who they like based Dracula off of, right?
Right.
Isn't that like
Yeah.
the,
And
the
then
story?
this is very much like a, you know, it's considered a ripoff of, in general, the Nosferatu movie is considered a ripoff of Dracula.
So
I think it's
TikTok gave me the lore on Nosferatu.
Mm-hmm.
So
the wife fucker.
the Bram Stoker household didn't want to license,
Stoker.
didn't Impaler Stroker. This movie just
It keeps on
Exudes.
giving.
Call that motherfucker Thruster in 30 years.
Vlad the Thruster. I'm so
Putin,
sorry.
Vlad the
Your first episode,
It's like
dog.
I'm
is
sorry.
the
It's
fucking
slowly
first
turning
one.
like fucking. What's that one movie where it's slowly turning from fuddruckers to butt fuckers?
That's
What's
wild.
that movie? Hans, you know that movie?
Yeah, he loves that movie. That's his favorite
No, the fucking.
movie.
Never mind. I'm sorry. Continue, Alex.
No, you're good. I love where this is going. Where was I? Oh yeah. So they didn't want to license Dracula to the studio, or it was too expensive. So they were like, "Fuck it, we'll do it ourselves."
Yeah,
So they changed literally just the name.
yeah.
It's the same plot as Dracula. If you've ever read Dracula, it's like basically bar for bar,
Yep.
Word for word.
word for word.
Stole his whole flow.
They stole his whole flow. Exactly.
No, literally.
So Nosferatu, like they sued them and they like proved that it was bar for bar the same movie.
Yeah.
So they forced them to like destroy every copy of
Whoa.
Nosferatu.
Whoa.
But by that time, it got to the weebs. So like there
the
was like
otakus.
a cult following.
course.
So they had like their own copies of it that they kept, like kind of like bootleg DVDs
And
and
they were doing the Naruto
VHS,
run to give it to other people on.
basically.
They had to catch that fucking boat.
And then it got forgotten about, and then SpongeBob brought it back.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought this was all just a prequel to that episode, to the Hash Slinging Slasher episode.
Which is an incredible episode.
This is fucking one of the best. Dude, SpongeBob, dog.
Ashley. It's on Amazon. Season 2. I think it's like in the teens, like episode like 14 or
14 or
15.
something like
we
that,
just
yeah.
watched it. Yeah.
That's
So
top 10.
but that's where like
All time.
it gained its popularity again.
Again, yeah.
And there's people like that are in their like late 20s, early 30s that are the main people going to watch this movie.
They're just waiting for SpongeBob to pop
No,
up.
from that, yeah.
They're like, yo, where's the
this-
Krusty Krab at?
I was gonna say this made the most money out of all of his movies. Robert Eggers.
As it should. I think he can be a little hit or miss.
So he did Witch. He did
Lighthouse.
Lighthouse. I haven't seen that yet, but I've wanted to see it.
You
I'm gonna
should.
be honest with you guys. It's very hard for me to go watch horror movies because I'll have to watch them alone.
It's not a horror movie.
It's not.
It's
But
not
you
a
know
horror
what I
movie.
mean? Like
He gives essence of horror.
creepy
Yeah.
movies.
He's like a cologne. Like
That movie,
doesn't- yeah.
I was very excited to watch it. It took me a couple of years to see it just because it wasn't on anything for a long time. And I finally watched it. I was very excited for it based off of everything I'd seen and heard.
Yeah. Didn't live
I
up.
was pretty bummed.
Mm.
It's inadvertently funny and in maybe not a good way. I love Willem Dafoe. I love Robert Pattinson.
Yeah.
The Lighthouse bummed me out.
Mm.
I'd watch it again. Like it's not bad, but it's just don't go in like
Expecting horror.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't go in expecting a lot of the scenes you see in the trailer either.
I like that. I have seen the trailer. Yeah.
Like the drunk scenes and stuff, you've pretty much seen a majority of them in the trailer.
That's something
Which
that
is a
really bothers
bummer.
me, that I'm glad you guys brought up a while ago on the podcast, is I'm so sick and tired of trailers giving so much away.
Yep.
So sick and tired of it, bro.
Bro, I stand on business with this.
Bro,
I don't watch trailers
He's
anymore.
fighting. He's fighting editors.
So
can't, bro. What the
with
fuck is
Alien,
that?
Alien Romulus,
Yeah.
bro, the whole movie is in the 2-minute trailer.
What are they doing?
We used to be roommates, and
they were roommates.
Yo, we're brain rot crazy style, dude.
for real.
We're done, man. We're done for.
Fuck.
but I went on like a 2-hour fucking rant after I saw the Alien Romulus trailer.
Yeah.
Because I knew before I watched it, that was the whole fucking movie.
Yeah.
And what was it? The whole fucking movie.
I'm gonna be real. I was sitting at my desk and he's like, "Did you watch the Alien Romulus trailer yet?" I was like, "Yeah." And he's like,
Watch the movie.
"They fucking spoiled the trailer," and like just went off. And I was like, "Yeah, you're absolutely
Was that
right.
wrong?
I'm still gonna watch
Was
it."
that wrong?
No, it's awful.
It
The whole
sucks.
fucking movie.
It's awful.
You know
Dude,
who else is notorious for that? Is Blumhouse.
Yeah.
Really? I could see that.
The werewolf. I just saw it in the fucking theater. The entire movie's there.
They just showed him transforming and shit, and you're like,
He
all right, I don't need to see
transforms
that.
The werewolf.
Is it called the Werewolf? I thought it was American Werewolf.
No.
No, that's
It's called
just
The Werewolf?
That's the old. That's like the comedy version. No?
The American Werewolf in London. No,
That's the other thing I have to talk
That's
about.
a horror one.
I just watched another movie called The Werewolves,
Oh, sick.
and it's with that one dude that's in The Purge. He's the president's like fucking bodyguard.
Oh, fucking the dude who's in Monster Commandos or whatever.
Yeah. He.
Creature Commandos. Sorry.
Yes. He.
It's
That-
great. It's great.
I need to
we
watch
talk
it.
about, Hey, we talk about that next week. He's
in that movie, and it's basically if you get hit by the moonlight, you turn into a fucking werewolf. I
They
shit
just
you
say
not.
it out front. Like,
No, it literally, he's like boarding up the thing. He's like, you better not be outside. You turn into a
He
werewolf.
has a Western accent. In
No,
it?
that's just me adding it because why not?
That was good.
You could have gone with one of the other accents.
And literally, that's what happens.
That was good.
This a werewolf.
yeah.
You sound
You
like
sound like Sandy
you
Cheeks.
sound like
SpongeBob.
You know what else is dumb about Texas?
Jesus Christ.
I'm not gonna watch that. I'm gonna be real. With you.
Oh yeah,
Really
we
bad?
Well, but listen, there's an argument to be made too that like sometimes not giving enough away in a trailer can be a problem, like with Long Legs, where people were very like they assumed a lot from the trailers because it was very like.
all the assumptions made me disappointed when I walked out of that movie.
You know what?
That's what I hate.
So there's like that's the thing. There's like the reverse where like you don't show enough, people start assuming things. So
I
there's-
think
there's a middle ground.
Yeah.
there is no middle ground.
Damn, we're about to throw down.
Trailers.
I'll say something after.
I was
Ring-
just gonna add on to the long legs.
People
thing.
used to be excited for trailers because they were less than a minute long.
Yep.
They showed just enough to know
What the
who
dick.
the characters are
Yep.
and what fun parts
Yeah.
are coming.
Yep.
We don't need
They get
2-minute
your plums
trailers.
Mm-hmm.
I think with long legs, that's a whole different discussion.
It's a different
where
a lot of different shit
where
there.
it was
Overhyped by people.
so marketing wise, it was perfectly done,
Yep.
in my opinion.
Yep, agreed.
Where it was like, we'll give you just enough. We'll like let you know this is like satanic horror, which eventually we found out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Would you guys recommend that?
But
I haven't seen
I
it.
love it.
I think where they fucked up was giving reviewers like
Advanced
advanced screenings,
Yep.
and everyone and their fucking mother
Jacked
compared
it
it
off.
to rubs its lotion on its skin.
Fucking
Silence of the
Silence
Lambs.
of the
I
Lambs.
just wanted to say Lambs
Every
of Silence. What the
reviewer
fuck is
compared
that?
it to Silence of the
Right.
Lambs when it was not.
not at all.
And I
Not
think
at
they just
all.
compared like, oh, the FBI's involved. It's Silence of the Lambs. So you watch it fully expecting Silence of the Lambs.
That's not what you get.
That's not what you get.
Nope.
And it definitely did crisscross like towards the end where you could tell like the studio got involved, and they were like, we need something else. And then they threw in the fucking
Yeah.
what we saw.
So I think you're right. I don't think it's trailer's fault. I think it was advanced screenings, and they were very far in advance. And then all the pretentious dick sniffers who were like, "It's the scariest thing ever." It's fucking, and it's not. It's just
Creepy.
How this movie, it's how Nosferatu is.
Yeah.
It's not scary. It's
Yeah.
more of a thriller to get you
Yeah.
fucking.
Yeah.
It's like essence of horror. It's like this latest season
I like
of
that you
True
say
Detective.
that. I haven't heard that before. I like that. Essence of horror is a perfect
Yeah.
description
Yeah.
for these kinds of movies.
It's like the latest season of True Detective. If you've seen it, it like makes it you think it's supernatural, but in the end you find out it wasn't supernatural. It's the essence of it that all leads up to that.
Yeah.
And honestly, that was the biggest disappointment for me of the last season of True Detective. Where it's just like I was really hoping like it'll finally like embrace the supernatural
aspects. Yeah.
It will give me the X-Files that season 1 didn't give me, and it just didn't.
Yeah.
And it's the opposite for Longlegs, where like you were fully expecting just a psycho to be like fucking with these people, and then you lose the psycho like 3/4 of the way through the movie. Spoiler alert, but it's a movie podcast. You've probably seen it. And then
I haven't, but I'll watch it. I don't care about. I'm not a big spoiler guy. I don't give a shit.
sorry, man.
I have anxiety.
But then at the end, you're just
So,
like,
it
You
makes
need
it
to
easy-
know.
It makes it easier for me to go into movies.
but in the end, like in the last act, you're just like, where the fuck did that come from?
Right.
Okay.
Like,
It's a curveball that they throw in.
yes.
For no reason.
And Nick Cage is also a little goofier.
I
than
wish they
think
gave us
people
more Nick
expected.
Cage.
Yeah, I do too. But I think he's also a little goofier. Like when he's in his car just like singing, like waiting at the bus stop. But like there's these random moments where it's like everyone's like supposed to be terrified of him, or like according to like the fart sniffing critics.
But you're not scared of him. You're more
But you're not
entertained.
until he's doing something really fucked up. But in those in between moments, he's just like,
Awesome.
yeah, like there's a part where he walks to the
He's feeling-
hardware store.
He's feeling himself. The
He
whole-
walks to the hardware store and the girl's not even afraid of him. She's like, Dad, that weird
Yeah.
guy's
He's
back.
just a creep.
He's just a
creeper.
creep.
He's just
You
weird.
know, just to interject and go back to like the trailer thing real quick. I feel like a movie that did the trailer pretty well was like Barbarian.
1,000%.
That
Yes.
movie
That's
completely
perfect. Yep.
switched.
Yep.
That it went in a total different direction. than
fucking
thought
love
it was going to.
Barbarian.
Dude,
I
it's
love
so
that.
good.
I
The trailer
fucking love
only
it.
showed the first minute.
Yep.
Yeah. And it's literally like you go in thinking that's what the movie's going to be, and then it fucking completely
Completely
flips
throws
it on
you
its
off.
head.
That is the type of curveball you need,
I need
in a
that.
movie.
Well,
I
even
miss that.
When you get someone as big as Bill Skarsgård,
Yep.
and you use him for a fucking minute,
Yeah, dude. It's
Peak.
quite
That's
the
peak.
quite
Yeah.
the turn.
then Justin Long's just
And
the
then
best.
pulling up with Justin Long, oh, dude, and his
But
character
he's-
in that
he's a
was
sc-
great.
Justin Long
horrible, but great.
is
Yes.
No, he's
Is
a
the
great
scream
character,
queen.
Yes.
horrible character, but like
he's
good
the scream
in-
queen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He
Oh,
Imagine
yes,
every
that's
horror
true.
movie
That's
he's
fucking
been in.
on
That's
point,
true.
dude. Fuck yeah.
I didn't even Jeepers Creepers.
Yep.
Fucking great movie. First one
The
was great.
Tusk.
Fuck, what's his name? But Jeepers Creepers. Jeepers Creepers 2, I can
That's
suck
one
a
on the
dick.
bus, right?
But yeah.
Yeah.
But Jeepers Creepers 1 is like, listen,
As a kid,
we're
he
so
loved Jeepers
disconnected
Creepers
from
too.
Homeboy
Yeah,
at this point.
same.
Like, I can watch it on Sci-Fi. He's not getting my money. That movie's fucking
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's scary as fuck. Also, I think like if you go back to like the golden age of like trailers, I used to watch Freddy vs. Jason on repeat when I first got
me
into
too,
horror.
dude.
Yeah.
That was, and I had it on DVD, and on that DVD you had the trailer for upcoming movies or old movies. So it was The Butterfly Effect, Jason Goes to Hell, and Freddy's Dead. And those trailers are done perfectly. All three of them. The Butterfly Effect, still one of my favorite films of all time. I cry every time.
When you brought that up the other day, I had just shown Michaela. Not
Oh,
too
she
long
never
ago.
seen it
She's never
before?
seen it, dude. I love that fucking movie, bro.
It will fuck you up.
It fucked her up bad.
Yeah.
Ashton Kutcher.
That's
Ashton Kutcher,
2003.
yeah. That's like his peak performance
Yep,
of anything he's ever
1,000%.
done.
He will never do anything as good as that.
Never.
movie, ever again.
Sadly,
Never.
yeah.
Nope.
Never.
got those
and I hope he
tapes.
hears this because he's weird and doesn't take a shower.
He's got
Yeah.
tapes.
But
We're trying to flee the country.
But even Jason Goes to Hell and Freddy's Dead, like you kind of know the last entries in the series for their respective series. But when you watch those trailers, it's like even the Jason Goes to Hell trailer, it's very like boom, 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 boom. And the stuff they show, none of it is spoilery. Same thing with Freddy's Dead. It's just enough to where you're like, oh, like I know it's the last entry, but I don't know the plot whatsoever. I just
Yeah, it doesn't
Freddy,
spell it out for you.
Jason, and Freddy's on a broomstick at one point, being the Wicked Witch of the West, which is fucking one of my favorite scenes of all time. Great Halloween costume idea. But like, even with like slasher films where you kind of know the beats, kind of know like what a slasher film is going to be, regardless of whether it's like the cap off of the series or not.
Yeah.
I had no idea what those films were until I watched them. And like there's a way of doing these to where like you can give a minute and a half trailer. You can show stuff that whets the appetite and then not fucking blow it.
Yeah.
Blumhouse, Jason Blum.
Who did the latest Evil Dead Rise?
That was, I mean, Sam Raimi produced it.
Yeah.
So Evil Dead Rise shows everyone who dies in that movie
in the
in the
trailer.
trailers.
Yeah.
That's
So
so frustrating.
you can't
bro.
go into the movie rooting for anyone.
What the
Yeah.
fuck was that noise? Dude,
I was about to say, except for the chick at the beginning.
That came out of his mouth?
They show that too.
They show everyone who dies because
Everyone.
in the trailer it shows everyone trying to kill them.
The one thing I liked about that movie they didn't show in the trailer was the ending
monster.
which I was saying to Sam when we watched it. I was like, they need to do something to differentiate
I
themselves.
hate that movie.
I still liked it.
I liked it too. I don't think there's bad entry in the Evil Dead series so far.
It's perfect body horror.
Yeah.
Like the remake.
Nothing beats the remake, though.
The remake.
The remake's
perfect
gold.
body horror.
Nothing beats it.
And
Dead Burn
this
coming out,
was
though.
gruesome body horror. Like
about
if you
body
like
horror.
the Evil Dead remakes, that's what you're gonna get.
Did you guys watch
Bloody.
Cabin Fever back in the day?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
You want to see something?
Yeah,
Also on
brother.
point though. Yeah, you're right.
I'll watch anything with people from Boy Meets World in it. Ryder Strong's in that joint.
I thought he was gonna bring in a framed picture.
Yeah, I still
Flash.
think
Boy Meets
that
World.
movie,
dude.
like a new one, like a
flesh
modern
from
one,
that
takes
movie.
place in a hospital. You did the high
pulled it
rise. I think if you do it in a
fucking
hospital,
gnarly.
you do so many
So
fucked up
gross.
things, like Evil Dead in a hospital.
I
dude.
love that they set it up for like a trilogy though, because it's
Yeah.
like book 1,
Yep.
book 2,
There's all these
book
books.
3.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then they said they're gonna just start like building out the universe, and they don't even have to be connected anymore. They're just gonna start being like, "Yep, there's a book, and it's out there. This is what's happening."
Yeah.
Like, so fucking put it in a hospital, dude.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude. That's
Show the
fucking
camera.
sick.
Camera.
So sick.
Hans, where's it from?
It's a Graveyard Goods.
You did that really well.
Shout out Graveyard Goods.
Yeah.
Because that's usually my usual voice.
Sponsor this episode.
Default setting kicks in.
Fuck, hang on, I gotta reset.
He showed me his
knock his head a couple
Resident Evil
No, it's the
one.
bump right here. You gotta push it in.
I don't want to push it.
What would you guys rate Nosferatu?
Yeah.
Going back, way back.
I'd give it like an 8. I'm not gonna give it a 10. Are you sweating?
Dude, he's a.
I was wearing a fucking sweatshirt,
I'm
and
excited.
I'm over 180 at 5'9". All right,
Between four really attractive gentlemen.
my BMI is not correct right now.
I give it a 7.
Oh, okay.
For Robert Eggers, it's a 7.
What do you think of his other films?
So here's the tier list.
Yeah.
Number 1, The Witch.
My man.
Number 2, The Lighthouse.
Oh, yep. Yep.
Number 3 would probably be The Northman.
Okay, over Nosferatu. Okay.
Yeah.
You literally just named his movies in order that he made them in.
And
Getting worse as he goes.
No, number 2, Nosferatu. Because I can't say this, it's not a spoiler. It definitely feels like the studio told him, you gotta up the
Gotta
pacing.
wrap it up.
You gotta up the tempo.
Gotta
in
be
this
less
movie.
horny, brother.
So it's less
No,
like
I'm still
They're,
horny.
like more horny.
it was less build up and more just like we're getting there. They're edging you the whole movie,
Fluffing you up.
and then when you're getting there, they cut to the next storyline or like the next they cut to the next scene or the next story of like people. So like it'll be showing, fuck, I can't even. His name's
Aaron
so
Taylor Johnson?
No, the other guy. He's so unforgettable.
Nicholas
He's
Hoult?
so forgettable. Nicholas Hoult. I didn't care
character?
for his character at all, if I'm being honest. Like Nicholas Hoult was so boring.
Wait, what about
too.
the
I
Def-
just felt
what
bad
Like,
for him, dude. He just
What about Defoe?
yeah, he was
Like-
big cut.
Like I definitely understood like why she liked Count Orlok better than him. Yeah, I didn't
Wait,
believe
what about
that.
I feel like you're misunderstanding it. She didn't like Count Orlok. She was like, when I was young, yeah.
Hey,
I
shut the fuck up.
I gotta stop.
I'm
Yeah,
trying to
I'm
ask about
gonna
Defriend. How was Defriend? Defoe.
Defoe, best part of the movie. But you could tell that the studio definitely told him like it can't be like The Witch. It can't be like The Lighthouse. Like we need
Something different.
fast. And then that's where it fucks it up because people that like Robert Eggers goes into it expecting Robert Eggers.
I want that hour vibes.
And then the other crowd of people expecting a vampire movie never got a vampire movie. So where the fuck, like, there's no middle ground. Like, I left the movie having to go to the restroom, and people were like, that was the worst fucking movie I've ever seen. Like, what was, like, their friend thinking about inviting us to this? And I was left thinking, like, where's Robert Eggers? Because that wasn't Robert Eggers. Like, that was someone fucking else. Like,
You felt like it was a studio movie?
yeah.
You can feel it. The only thing that brought me back into the movie, I like it, but the only thing that really brought me back in was William. There's a certain midpoint where William comes in and he has his little lines that he does when they introduce him, and I'm like, all right.
Does
If he's in the movie for the rest of it, I'm back.
If he wasn't in that movie, it would be like a 2 out of 10.
Dude,
Really?
it was
Fucking
yeah.
superstar, bro.
Dude,
Does he do the Green
kills
Goblin laugh?
it. No, he
Well,
does
then
his
I'm not interested.
he does his English fucking.
Yeah, he carries that movie. Like if it wasn't him put into like the middle act to the end, like honestly, this movie would be a 2. And
he's a Jansport, dude.
You think
He is.
He always puts that shit on his back, man.
you think with Aaron Taylor Johnson?
He'll make any
I feel like
movie
Aaron
better.
Taylor Johnson kind of like
Aaron Taylor Johnson.
You don't have the voice
Coming
for
off
this,
of
Mike.
Craven, by the way.
Yeah.
I love that man.
Yeah, he's fucking
Even
awesome.
he can't save that.
He
save that
ignited
shit.
something in me.
He can't save that shit. Oh my god.
Yeah, that shit look bad. We gotta fucking dead the Sony alternate Spider Universe thing.
Fuck you, Sony.
Wait.
I don't even
So
wanna talk
hold
about
on. What would you give?
No
Skarsgård.
Bill Scott.
So the whole film.
The whole film.
thing.
I would say like an 8. Like I would watch it. I don't know, dude. It's good if you just kind of consume it. I don't know. It's a movie that you just kind of consume. Don't go in there expecting a vampire film. Don't go in there expecting a Robert fucking Eggers. How do you say it? Eggers? But it's not fully him. You can, like he said,
Witch
you can
was
feel
him.
it. The Witch for sure.
That it wasn't him. But he's right. If you go into it brain off with media literacy, you'll like the movie.
Okay.
Go in with your TikTok brain and watch
The
it.
brain rot.
Hey,
Go with the brain
I'm
rot.
going
Hold
with
on.
your TikTok plan. You won't like it.
I enjoyed the movie. I'm gonna give that an 8.5.
Wow.
Not a 9 because like it was like I feel like the end was kind of rushed.
Love that for you, Queen.
Well, that's what I'm
Real.
saying.
And
That's
it's
what we're
rushed.
saying is the ending, the last like act feels so rushed. It
I was
feels
like,
so,
oh man,
there's no
like,
payoff.
Yeah.
I did not, whatever that ending was.
No payoff.
No, the ending wasn't bad. I just think that they could have made it could have been a little bit more elongated.
It was all that character development for what? The best character development was Aaron Taylor Johnson's story.
Dude, his story made me sad.
Yeah.
That's
Because
what
it
like
shows
kinda,
him so lively, and then it shows what this does.
Yeah.
Does he have a mustache in
That's
that
all I'm
joint?
giving.
He does have a
His
mustache. in
mustache,
this
Bro,
that's
movie.
that
it, bro.
shit's-
Game over.
Yeah.
Curly? Oh my God, dude.
Horny.
Like,
Brother.
like you said, I don't know
Where the
what I'm
fuck am I
feeling.
fight him?
But it's
I'm
something.
fucking him. I'm sorry. I'm just going to say it. I
Him
love that
and
man.
Michael B. Jordan. I'm like, what
are you ready
why
for
are
that?
you
Michael B.
showing me
Jordan,
this guy?
now-
Talking about vampire movies.
Oh, that's right.
cannot wait
The twin
for
one,
that.
right? The
Yes.
one you're talking about? Yeah.
Bricked up.
Wait, I'm gonna interject right here.
That's gonna be so
Obviously, that movie was meant for Michael B. Jordan and fucking what's his name, who played Kang,
Jonathan Majors?
Jonathan
Oh,
Majors.
yeah.
That was meant for them to be brothers, and
Why do you have to interject?
Weren't they like homies in Creed 3?
they,
Yeah, they
yeah,
were.
they
Yeah.
were. I mean, they were opposite.
And it's
of
it's
each other in
Ryan
Creed 3.
Coogler. Like, and he,
Oh, okay.
and then Kang had to go and date a white woman. And
Start
women are
beating
the
bitches.
worst. Never mind. I can't say
Bro.
because I'm dating a white woman.
Bro.
Did he beat?
Dog.
He beat her, right?
Love you,
Yeah.
babe.
Allegedly.
Yeah,
but I'm
Allegedly.
pretty sure.
He cleared the
Allegedly.
charges. She actually took away the charges.
Yeah.
Listen.
yeah, but his
She rescinded them, yeah.
His reputation's
his
Yeah, but
reputation is forever fucked.
ruins you. Yeah.
Guys,
Dude,
Career's done.
his reputation's like this.
yeah, little
We're
fucking
not trying
shitty
to get
asses.
sued.
Yeah.
Everything's alleged on this podcast.
Of course. I will say though,
But it went to trial. It was
Michaela
No, it
saw
was a real
him.
thing.
Michaela saw him and Megan
Don't
Good
beat.
not that long ago because they're dating. Saw them not too long ago at UCB, the school she goes to for like the comedy and stuff like that. And she said he looked like a crazy newspaper guy. Like he looked like a fucking old timey.
He had one of those hats.
He had a little fucking paperboy hat. She said he had a little vest and like weird ass pants.
Oh, so he's
Were they
in the, like
filming something?
1940s. Like,
Yeah.
we beat the women here, wife.
Yeah.
Like, life.
Yeah, I mean,
wait.
yeah,
Was that
see?
just out in public?
He was just out in public like that. And the only thing I could say,
Disrespected me, see? So she gets the...
the only thing I could say to her was, "I'm so jealous you saw Megan Good." Bro, I've been on that since Cousin Skeeter, my guy.
Oh, my God.
Skeeter.
Listen, here's the thing.
Have you seen that? Cousin Skeeter, he's like a little puppet. I know you know Cousin Skeeter, bro. She was on
Dude,
that.
what are you on about? I'm sorry. What are you talking
She was
about?
on Megan Good. Do you know who Megan Good is? Have you seen
feel like
Waist
I'm-
Deep with the game?
You want to interject? Now you got to answer the questions, big dog.
Don't yell at me. I don't know I don't know waist deep with the
Forgot
game.
about
Have
waist
you
deep.
That's a crazy movie.
Hang on.
I think fucking the game's name in that movie is Meatloaf for some
Remember when
shit.
the game was
Yeah.
in hella movies?
He was,
Yep.
bro.
Or just the early 2000s. DMX was
Yeah.
in
Max was in
Cradle to the
Cradle
Grave.
to the Grave. Yep.
Yeah.
Cradle to the Grave.
Oh, with
Now you have
fucking
the flying locusts
with
making all
fucking,
types of weird
Tyrese.
shit.
Tyrese Gibson.
Gibson.
Yes,
Tyrese
I've fucking
Gibson,
seen
baby,
this.
yep.
Yeah.
Bro,
okay.
she is-
Sorry.
Oh
I know
my
exactly
God,
what
in
you're talking
that
about.
movie.
Yeah,
a
she is.
fucking. Oh. Even still, she looks great.
Yeah.
Look her up in
Hayden.
Cousin Skeeter. No, I'm
I
just
don't.
kidding.
Hayden.
Yeah, she's with her.
Hayden is
Oh,
too
That's why I was saying.
buzzed
I didn't realize that.
to be looking at pictures of
You're
women
not
right now.
listening.
Can't wait
This
for
one.
that. What's it
I'm
called?
listening. I just know who you're talking about.
Hayden, what's that movie called with Michael?
Michael B. Jordan? Which one?
Would be Jordan.
Fruitvale Station?
Fruitvale
The
Station.
vampire one.
Oh, dude, I don't even know what the name of it is. Hang on, let me pull it up.
No, that's a real vampire movie.
No, that one's gonna be fun.
Wait, so here's the thing.
What if Blade's in it?
Oh my god, dude.
I'd come.
Blade's like no longer happening. So he was kind of right in Deadpool. There'll only be one Blade.
There'll only be one
They
blade.
just keep
Wait.
pushing that shit back.
Hold
dude.
on. Hold on.
not
It's
happening.
canceled, right?
Canceled.
Basically.
Oh,
It's not canceled.
it's in-
Stop it.
it's in
What is
limbo?
it?
It's in
It's in
limbo.
limbo.
Purgatory.
It's never gonna get released, dude. They've put.
Is it called Sinners?
Yes,
Sinner.
And also, Michael B. Jordan is going to be in I Am Legend 2 alongside Will Smith.
dude. I've been
boy.
seeing
Cool.
that movie advertised or like rumors of it for fucking years.
I Am
But
Legend 2?
but it is happening now.
it is
It
happening.
is
So
officially.
they're gonna go with the alternate ending where
Yes.
he lives.
Yes.
That's kind of cool.
Yep.
I think it's a first.
Yep. Which I
Love-
actually prefer
That's-
the alternate ending.
Me too.
This is one of those rare instances where like the movie like is not anywhere close to the book, but the movie can stand on its own
Yep.
its own
Yeah.
legs.
Its own like
You know what's weird?
separated thing.
I watched that movie recently, and then I read the book right after.
Yeah.
Just to see how different it is. It is completely different.
Yep.
Really?
Well, because they're
But they're good.
Well,
That's
the
the
book,
thing.
they're vampires. They're like
They're
coherent
but
beings.
they're,
Yeah.
they're sentient. They
Yeah.
taunt.
Really?
So like
Yeah.
the house setup that he has in that movie, it's kind of similar, but it's based in the 80s, right? Mm-hmm. It's like the 80s. So his house is set up the same. He's fighting the vampires or whatever, but they're sentient. So they try to taunt him to come out so they can kill. Because he's the only human in that city.
Yeah.
So, dude, it's fucking trippy. But
Yo,
he gets
I might
out.
have to read that,
It's
bro.
a good.
Yeah.
It's like an action book, dude.
I'm
like
gonna read that.
every
Really?
like. I'm gonna tell you a scene.
Go
sorry,
ahead. You know
but
how. I don't care.
He at some point doesn't he get drunk? Something happens where he gets fucked up and he's like, "No, fuck this, I'm done." He kicks open the door and he just starts blowing heads off, just
Sick.
killing vampires left and right.
Hell yeah. Fuck the
Because they taunt him to the point where he's like, "You know what? I'm fucking done with this."
Yeah.
And you just see it in your head.
I just started
And
doing stand up to him. You're the only guy there. They gotta laugh, you know?
I'm gonna make you
crowd.
laugh. You're gonna laugh to death.
Yeah.
What's up?
Are you raising your hand?
Sorry, brother.
No. I that's why I raised the hand. I'm not gonna interrupt.
That's a.
I like to, you know, play by the rules.
You look like Jim Morrison, by the way.
Thank you.
Your
I
name on
thought
my
he
phone
looked
is
like,
literally James
Jim.
Morrison.
In the shirt, I thought you looked like Kurt Cobain.
Okay,
No.
not like that as much because I don't like Kurt Cobain.
He's
I'm
missing
glad,
a
I know.
shotgun.
He hates that.
I'm
so
glad
missing a
Kurt
shotgun.
Cobain did. Never mind. Oh,
Where's the shotgun?
Put it in his mouth.
listen. Here's the thing. I just want to shout out my new Pity English Bulldog Shortcake. She's adorable. If you do bad things to animals, you should be fucking shot.
Okay, all right. You need to
Also-
fucking relax.
Also,
A lot of people
Also-
agree.
I didn't realize we went through that much.
well, you did. You had more than anyone.
I had,
my
I
father.
had little teaspoons, actually.
If
They
you
were on the
have,
bottom.
if you have the means and the space, get yourself an animal, and
a little
save a life.
Good look.
That's all. That's all I want to say. Also, I watched Iron Claw with Zac Efron.
Oh, fuck yeah.
God, we haven't even
And-
spoken about that, and we're an hour
This
in.
is going to be a 2-hour
This is a long
podcast,
John
everybody.
today, brother. This is a long
Fine with me.
John.
I'm gonna kind of. I just want to kind of talk about my experience with the film, and
Please
then
do.
let Devin
Yeah.
kind of take over because it was a lot for me not knowing anything.
Going in blind is tough for that movie,
It was
honestly.
going in blind was tough for that movie. Everyone's acting was fantastic.
Yeah.
My God, and I think the cinematography and sound design were some of the. And I haven't heard anyone talk about this. When Hayden was like, "Watch Iron Claw," I was like, "I don't know." Okay.
Yeah. What the fuck is that?
And I like my fight shit,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not familiar with
The story.
this.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot of sad.
Yeah, a lot of sad.
It's a lot of sad, and I understand the curse idea.
You can
a
be
lot when
spoilery.
you-
Everybody should have seen this already. This has been out
Yeah.
for 2 years.
I know. I just
We're
don't
gonna
think
talk
spoilery
about
in
it all,
general.
We're
brother.
going to talk about it all. So right now, if you haven't seen Iron Claw, go fucking watch
Even with
it.
like 80s and 90s films, I don't do spoilery. It's just not my thing. But I would give this like an 8.5. The only thing that was tough for me was, again, kind of coming into it blind.
A lot of exposition.
A lot of exposition. A lot of times where I kind of look down and then I'd look back up and I would have to rewind because like when the motorcycle thing first happened, I looked
Missed it.
down and then I was on the phone for a second. I looked up and I was like, oh shit, and I had to go back. And
He's
like,
hobbling around.
yeah, I had to kind of
Like, what wrestling move did that?
Right, because there's moments where you can kind of tune out for a second and it's okay. But if you do it at the wrong time, there's so much going on that you're just like, it's like one thing after another after. So after I watched it, I was like, there's no way this is all like
real,
like legit, like it's like the JFK thing. Like, this family's fucked.
And then they show,
you start watching,
and then they show the family at the end. And you're like, what the fuck?
So then I started Googling, and I'm like looking at like actual pictures. They did a fantastic job. Aesthetically, by the way, for the most part.
Yeah, I think so too.
It's
I think so
very as good as you can do.
As good as you can do, I agree. Like, it would be very hard to cast Kerry Von Erich because he was absolutely a monster of a man. Huge.
Just
yeah.
Incredible from front to back. And I sometimes with movies like that, I feel like they can kind of overstay their welcome a little bit. Like you can get a little bit like, and again, I'm not looking at my phone because I'm bored. I'm looking at my phone because it's 2024 and that's what we do, unfortunately.
That's just how it goes. Goldfishes.
Yeah.
Goldfishes.
But it is luckily one of those movies where if you don't give it the attention it deserves, it kind of punishes you.
Yeah.
Like if you were in theaters and you watched that film and you were tuning out, right. But if you were tuning out, you're going to miss shit. And like you kind of fucking deserve to.
Yeah.
Because this is real life shit. Like this is like fucking horrendous.
Yeah. I was an absolute mess at the end of that movie.
Volatilely sad. I was kind of fucked up. Hayden's like, oh yeah, watch Iron. I was like, fuck yeah, I'll watch Iron Claw. Like, I was like, I fucking put on, I was like, oh, that's where I've been seeing these pictures of Zac Efron from. Because I'd only seen like set pictures and he looks really square. And just like, yeah. Like,
what are you laughing about, bro?
Just him saying square and looking like Squilliam.
But like he does. Like, and I don't mean that bad way, but like that's his like shape.
Yeah. No, I mean, it is, yeah.
I remember when the movie came out, people were like, wow, he looks crazy. And then I saw someone say that he, like, fell and hit his face. And I'm like, okay, I get that. But that motherfucker's roided out. So I'm assuming if he hit his face and had to get, plastic surgery, the roids probably, he beefed up in the face, too, 100%. Somehow. They must have been injecting that shit right into his jaw.
It's that's what we say. The jaw's the most. It's the jaw with the haircut.
Crimson chin.
It's the jaw with the hair.
Like you could have like reconstructive surgery to look the way you used to.
Yeah,
right.
It's 2024, my guy.
So he chose to have the jaw like that.
Yeah,
no, but it works, especially for the role that he's in. Like that's what you expect.
Yeah, they should get him from Masters of the Universe, bro. That's He-Man for sure.
1,000% should.
When he's running in that first fucking like 5 minutes of that movie,
insane. Bro, when he gets up out of the bed and you see his fucking
abs
He-Man and pecs, I was like, what?
His hair even, dude.
You know what's crazy? Is Kevin Von Erich was big too, but he was much more like lean,
right?
Slimmer, and it was crazy because I was like, dude, he looks more like Kerry Von Erich than fucking Jeremy Allen White does.
Right.
But you can't really switch them. You know what I mean? Because you can't get Willy Wonka in the lead role for that movie. It just wouldn't make sense.
Well, I also think that like this movie is kind of a masterclass in cinematography and
100%,
especially sound design.
100%.
We were talking about beforehand, like music fading in, sounds fading out, like
that opening scene
specifically. Yep,
incredible.
It's one of like it sets the tone.
100%.
And a lot of movies have gotten really bad at setting a tone.
Yeah.
Like especially off the bat.
Yeah.
With an opening scene.
Yeah.
This movie made me very sad. I mean, I'm happy they have their like Hawaii, like their little play in their land.
There's a couple little Easter eggs I'll toss in later on, but
I thoroughly enjoyed it, even though it made me a little sad cheeks. And I'm not going to listen to Hayden anymore when he says, watch this, because I don't know I'm getting it. And I didn't question it. I was like, yeah, dude, fuck yeah, we'll do it for the podcast.
All I wanted you to do was watch it before we did this.
And then I watched it.
I wanted to talk about it.
And I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. But also, ouch. Also, I know I said the beam, but everyone's acting. My God.
Right?
You could tell they really gave a shit.
Yeah.
Everyone
100%
really gave a shit, as they should.
I'm going to tell a little story because I was watching a movie with my roommates, my new roommates, and they were all going to sleep. I told Trisha, hey, I put this on right because I was going to bed. Like, hey, watch this.
New roommates. Not the old one.
Trust me, I miss this fucking roommate right here. So I told her, hey, watch this. You know, I didn't think she was actually going to watch it. She fucking watched it.
This?
The Iron Claw,
Iron Claw.
yes.
Okay.
She watched the Iron Claw. I put on the Iron Claw. I was like, hey, watch this. And she was like, okay, yeah, sure. She watched all the way through. She didn't even go on her phone once. And I was like, the next morning, apparently my other roommate, Reza, had come downstairs. She was sobbing. It was towards the end when he was talking about, I used to have a brother.
Yep.
And she was
Best fucking.
and Reza was like, wait, what are you watching? She's
That's
like,
from Dark Side.
Yeah.
Bro,
she was like,
from
that's
the-
what I
that's
was
from-
going to talk about.
Yeah, Kevin
was like-
says that in Dark Side.
yeah. She was like, watching the Iron Claw. And then when his sons were like, we'll be your brother's dad, she just lost
Brother.
it. And she texted me the next day, fuck you for making me watch that movie. That was beautiful.
That's how I felt when I got through with it. I again, as someone who I didn't know who this family was beforehand or
Yeah.
anything.
Have you watched that? The
Huh? Oh yeah, I was struggling through Google. I was like comparing images to how
So-
they looked in the movie compared to real life and shit. Oh yeah,
So how deep dive did you go? Because there's something that they
not
didn't.
super
There's
crazy.
one
Just
thing
enough.
that movie didn't include because this is kind of what I was alluding to
Yeah.
earlier. There's a sixth brother. Yeah. There's another brother who the same thing happened to him.
Same thing in terms of
He tried to get into wrestling, he couldn't do it, and he killed himself. The director was like, I'm not going to add that. His name's Chris. Because he said he didn't want it to be like such a traumatic story, but dude, I mean, you got 5 brothers already going. What's one more?
So you
I-
couldn't like measure up or like.
Yeah, so essentially, it's kind of the same story with all of them, really. You know, like the dad really, they're
It was the
yeah.
essentially
pressure.
Kevin will always say it wasn't his dad. He always will say, but that's like old
Right.
style.
pressure,
Yeah, you know.
Family protect. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like family protecting him, also protecting the business, but also just being like, my dad wasn't that bad, and you're like, okay, all right. But yeah, there was a 6th brother. His name was Chris. He was much smaller than them all, but he trained with them, so he
Dude,
did
he's
get big.
still fucking
But he was
got
very
big.
short, and wrestling's a big guy business. You got to be at least like 6 feet tall, you know. So he couldn't measure up, and he ended up shooting himself with Carrie's gun. If I remember correctly, he shot himself with Carrie's gun. They had like ATVs that used to like 4-wheelers, and he got really upset with Kevin.
well, that's what they did is they combined.
They combined Mike and Chris.
Yes.
A little bit. Yeah.
There's hints of like what was going on.
Exactly.
In that one death.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, they just kind of merged them together, but lightly. It definitely was more Mike because Mike does end up getting. No, it's Carrie. Mike ends up getting a shoulder injury because he just wasn't a wrestler.
Yeah.
But that's the family business, you know. So they like pushed it on them. He gets a shoulder injury in. It's somewhere in. It's somewhere in Israel. So they were doing.
Whoa,
they did a
what the
match
fuck?
in like Israel. They would go over there all the time. Those times are like legit.
Whoa,
fucking
wait
world-
a second. I'm just kidding.
They were like world champions. You know what I mean? Like they would always tour.
They're everywhere.
They would tour around
Yeah.
the world basically. But yeah, he got a shoulder injury and then he got toxic shock syndrome, and that's why his brain got fried. That's why he like didn't come back the same.
Yeah.
And also ended up killing himself.
So I enjoy when films, not that when they deviate from IRL, but
Yeah.
I do like when films sort of are tasteful about that. Same thing with Lord's Dogtown. The character of Sid in that movie never existed. Sid's made up of 2 or 3 different people they were friends
one.
with, and they made one character. And so, yeah.
In what?
Lords of Dogtown.
Oh,
the
yeah,
character of
okay.
Sid doesn't exist. He was never like there was never a Z-boy named Sid, but he was someone he was a kid who had brain cancer, whose dad allowed them to skate the pools because he was a big fan of the Z-boys, and when he was dying, he thought that was he was excited to kind of watch him skate in his backyard. And, but he was also made up of like Chris Cahill and a couple other skaters. At the time, they put that all together, made a character. It's the same kind of thing where like you're taking these different ideas and kind of including them without feeling like you're stepping over some sort of boundary, which I appreciate. But also, I think if you would have added that,
It would have been
very weighty, more than it already is.
Yeah. I mean that's
Maybe too much.
because at first I was like, they skipped over a whole brother. What the
Yep.
fuck is that? And then I read I don't remember the director's name, but I read the director's like
Reasoning.
and I was like, okay, I got you. But me as being a huge wrestling fan, I'm
Right.
like,
You wanna see
do
it.
this justice, you
Right.
know? But it makes sense because it's already depressing as fuck, dude.
Right, 1,000%. I
Yeah.
came out of that feeling like I was in the void.
there's quite a few scenes that I'm like, fuck, go ahead. My bad.
I remember after I watched that movie, I texted him, and I was like, yo,
Why?
Hayden made me watch it. I finally watched it, and I still,
Had your
and
questions?
he was like, yo,
Fuck
you need to watch this. So at work,
Doc.
I pop up the doc, and
Yeah,
I'm sitting there
Dark
just
Side.
watching it, dude. Choking up while I'm fucking
It's
doing
from
my...
Kevin. It's Kevin is interviewed in it. It's from
Okay.
Kevin's perspective.
He lives
Knows
in
everything.
Hawaii now, right?
Lives in
Yeah,
Hawaii,
he lives in Hawaii.
Still,
They got a whole bunch of
still
land
doesn't
and
wear
stuff.
shoes. Still doesn't wear shoes.
Barefoot,
Nasty.
fucking hobbit-looking motherfucker.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
Dude,
That
it,
is
bro.
that is
That
He-Man.
is He-Man,
does he
man.
still have the haircut? He still has the...
Yeah, I don't think he's basically the same exact dude in a Hawaiian shirt.
It's literally
Yeah.
just
And that's it.
Yeah, he's just got
Yeah.
the bowl cut.
Well, it's not so
Not
much
even
a
a
bowl
bowl
cut. He
cut.
never had a bowl cut like
No,
that. It was
Right.
very much more like
Yeah, just
feathered
wavy.
and shit.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it was
Layered.
yeah,
bull half
Yep.
mullet.
Yeah. But
maybe something
Dude,
like that. He's just
watch-
like a comic book character kind
I don't. I shouldn't watch that at work because I'm just sitting there fucking choking up.
Well,
You're
dude,
watching
at
at
the-
work.
oh yeah.
I got
the
That's
end-
crazy style, dude.
BRB.
One quote.
from Jim Cornette.
Oh.
Jim Cornette says, I talked to Kevin one day and he told me I used to be a brother and now I'm not even a brother. And they kind of took that, ran with that a little bit cuz it's such a powerful like statement, you know what I mean?
Door's closed. Does that
No, I shut it.
closed
I shut the door.
He closed it.
Oh, I closed it too.
mean? Oh, my foot's asleep. I feel like a penguin. All like
Whoa. I heard that.
Got that retard foot.
That's my strong foot.
That's my strong foot.
But yeah, that was
That's the one quote in the movie because the entire movie I'm not.
it's heavy, bro.
The movie's heavy, but
It doesn't
I
hit
need
you.
I need something to talk about after this
It doesn't
because I
hit
started
you.
watching another show that hits me more than that movie.
Uh-huh.
But through that entire movie, I was fine.
Yeah.
But as soon as he said that quote, that's what
Yeah.
just something snapped in me.
Well, just his kids' responses to it was just hurt even more.
Yeah, it was a
Not
double
hurt,
it was a
but
double
it was-
stab, bro. It
Yeah, I
was
was like, these kids are so nice.
It was a fucking prison shank, dude.
I think
exactly.
if you're a brother, like, or if you have siblings, it probably hurts more.
Nah.
I feel like
No,
you kind
I
of
really think so.
I think so too.
I mean, maybe you don't.
Dude.
But I feel it.
I made an
I felt it
absolute
hard.
terrible mistake and suggested my mother-in-law and her husband to watch it, forgetting that both of her younger siblings passed away within the last 5 years, one from COVID and one from alcohol poisoning. They're both younger than her, and she was like a mess, and I felt so bad. But it was such a good movie and had such an impact on me. It's like
But
one of my favorite stories.
I
but
think that has an impact on anyone, though. Like, she probably, she was probably a mess, but she probably also appreciated that.
Yeah. I mean, dude, there's like,
Check and make sure it recorded.
yeah,
It's always recording.
the record button's on.
It records like 5 hours.
No, I mean, remember last time? Or a few times ago?
No, I deleted everything, Hayden. It's fine. It's still
Damn, he
recording.
really is the smartest brother.
It's 12. I think ahead.
Hang on one sec. No, I'm feeling
Restart.
That's the
Restart.
button right there.
Right
button
there.
right there.
We got 11, 111, we got
Sometimes you gotta
112.
press it to get
The
reset.
frontal lobe is actually a button.
Yeah, it's just a button.
He activates it.
Is your toothbrush the green one or the purple one?
The green one. The green
Which one did you shove up your ass? Also, Hans, I'm really proud of your neighbor for stop smoking. She's just drinking beer outside now on the phone.
Hell yeah. That's quite.
I love it
Hey,
here.
you know what they call that?
She's still smoking, though.
I fucking
Statue
love
of
it.
I don't know.
Liberty.
I saw her walking out there
We
on the
call her.
phone, just drinking a beer. I was like,
Somebody
I've
said
never
something.
seen
So
her
happy-
drinking beer.
she was drinking something. It was
It's
a
a
tall
new-
can of
I
something.
call
a
her
new
the
vice.
Statue of Liberty.
I'm confused as to why this has been quiet. Usually this is not quiet.
She's dead.
Dude,
They're
last night,
practicing the iron claws
Why would you
there,
even
man.
say anything right now?
She's
Huh?
out.
What you
dude, I
talking about?
do not,
She's
please.
stuck to the claw up there?
Y'all ever
Like
seen-
which part of it? This part?
The hand, dude. Just the claw, brother.
Sorry, Hans. I think you're thinking of this part.
You guys know what heffalumps and woozles are?
Sorry.
What?
Winnie the Pooh?
What's that?
Heffalumps
I'm not
and
that
woozles?
old.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, she's like a heffalump.
What the fuck did you
She's
just
a
say to
heffalump?
me
Oh,
right
shit.
now?
The fuck did you just call me?
We're not that old,
Love
James.
weasel?
And woozles, dog.
You
You
know what
fucked up
heffalumps and
elephants
woozles
and
are?
weasels.
I was going to say, this is not Harry Potter. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Brothers.
This is in the UK, brother.
Circling back, when I'm
This isn't 19 fucking something 40 something Germany either, buddy.
Yeah, you said 19. After
Shaved up.
dirty mouth, James.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
My grandpa is about to raise from the dead and take you out.
Dead Snow 2, dude.
Where's the furnace? You need to hop
Shout out
in.
Grandpapa Hans right now.
Brother, my
I
God.
knew you were sleeper agents. I knew it.
Dude,
fucking knew
somebody's
it.
going to look up our fucking last name
No, you
and
grandpa.
immediately be like, what the fuck, dude?
What happened?
Why would you say
Ward
anything right
11?
now? That's
Their last
crazy.
names
He
is-
held down Auschwitz? What?
What are your guys' last names? Not the real ones, the fake one. It's
Smith.
What was Hitler's last name?
Jingleheimer?
No, that was his last
Jingleheimer
fucking
Smith.
retarded? Which one? Hang on, let me reset you. Jesus Christ.
Hang on.
The bad guy from WW2. Their last name is not that. It's
Did you get that right?
No.
Finkston stuff.
It was good though.
Sir Finkston's
What was
the
happening?
fuck?
7.
No one's gonna find that.
They're gonna find it.
I saved your lives.
Circling back to Winnie the Pooh,
Yes.
when I'm home
Blood and
alone,
honey.
that's exactly what I wear. T-shirt, nothing else.
Yeah. Just fucking
Bare
pick
ass.
out.
Just a polo that I chopped in half, dude.
Just a crop top.
Barely covering the
honey.
tip.
Eating honey. Fucking depressed.
Michaela comes home. Oh, honey, you're home.
I'm like, oh, mama.
It's a very windy day out there.
Oh,
Shoveling honey.
Me and my
just shirt cocking it.
me and my fucking dark brown balls just hanging out here.
All balls.
All balls.
Balls, no dick.
All balls, no ass.
Did you guys see the Peter Pan trailer?
There's a Peter, like live action?
Is Jeffrey
Alright,
Epstein
man,
in
we
it?
gotta
No.
fucking.
No,
We
Jeffrey's...
gotta nip this in
Listen,
the bud, dude.
What are you talking about?
The Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
Oh,
Shut the fuck up.
I thought you said Peter Pan.
They are. They're doing the Pooniverse.
Is this a sequel to The Hills Have Thighs?
No. Google it.
I know what you're talking about. I'm just like,
You can't say the...
it's a sequel to the Pooniverse.
That's fucking
It's-
nuts.
So for one, it's not a sequel to the...
It's the first in the line.
So okay, let me correct.
It's the first
The
installment.
people who did Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, and Blood and Honey 2 are creating a whole universe called the Pooniverse, which can consist of the Winnie the
These
Pooh,
guys are
Blood and Honey
probably on a list,
films.
bro.
Oh, dude, they're fucking...
Dude, this studio won the lottery, and it's just a
Yep.
bunch of guys like this.
Yeah.
They're like,
Yeah.
yo.
It's going to have Bambi, the Mad Hatter, Peter Pan.
Doing what? Horror shit? It's
Yeah.
like horror, right?
Yeah,
I've
because it's all
seen the-
past copyright, so they can do
Yeah.
what they want with it. But the Winnie the Pooh movies are the first 2 entries in the Pooniverse.
Dude, shut the fuck up.
So they put the trailer out for the Peter Pan one.
Pooner Pan or what?
No, it actually is really fucked up. They said it's like a
Cannabis?
combination of like Martyrs and like Home Invasion. It looks really fucked up.
Can they fucking fly still or what?
No, he's like a not real Peter Pan.
Crazy person who
He's
thinks
like
he's young.
he's got a van.
Wow.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
there's no
Yeah.
island.
Calls it Tinkerbell?
Peter
The
Van.
Tinkerbell?
When you watch the trailer, he's like a combination of Pennywise meets Heath Ledger's Joker.
Gross.
Yeah.
All right.
He's going to kids like birthday parties and shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
You forgot
Oh
the
yeah,
third.
with the van. Oh yeah.
Oh,
You forgot the third person.
I think Neverland is like where he wants to take them, but Neverland is like
his
It's an
basement.
island?
no, it's like
It's an island?
death. It's like
It's not an island?
No, it's someone gets their head fucking bashed in to the point where it explodes in the trailer though.
Who's Captain Hook in this movie?
I don't know if there's
dick.
one. Maybe the cops. Yeah, I was gonna say maybe the police chief.
It's just a cop named Captain Hook.
Which is so funny because when those movies came out,
Chief
everyone
of
was
police.
like, "These are stupid." Like, and then the first one came out, and people's biggest complaint was it was way too dark for what it was.
Yeah.
It is very mean. And the second one came out, it's a little more fun. Like they kind of lean into it a little more. But like, Tigger is a monster in that because he doesn't come until
What
the
did
second
he
one.
say?
Who's that?
He's got that cat in him.
Tigger?
He doesn't come until the second one, but he is. He's very like Freddy Krueger-esque, like with the claws, like the way
That's what
he
they even
talks,
say.
and like
No way. Okay,
Oh,
real
yeah.
quick question. Are these supposed to be like,
real life and yeah.
they're supposed to be
They
real
are.
life?
These are not people in costumes.
That's
No,
what I
no,
was wondering,
No,
yeah,
these
okay.
are like actual like Winnie the Pooh, Christopher Robin. It's like this fucked up flip version of the story.
You've never seen
The first one's a meh.
You've never seen the Pooniverse?
I've seen the not the. I think I have seen the trailer actually. I saw the trailer and then I saw the poster, like the movie poster.
In the first one, they do look like men wearing suits, but that's because of the
thought,
budget. Yeah. But in the second one, they had a higher budget, and so they look more demonic and evil. Jesus. But there is like a reason on why and what the 100-Acre Wood actually is in Christopher Robin's mind compared to what it was to them. And
so could someone explain the law to me with like the licensing? Because I thought as long as they keep making like movies about it, like it gets
It's 100 years,
right? Yeah, it's
a 100-year long.
I'm saying it's a year thing. Like it's not by.
So it doesn't start over when you make.
It's through years.
Yes,
there's ways of I think renewing it, but it's.
Is that my dick?
I saw Ewan McGregor's version.
Right, of the actual like
of the actual one.
Yeah.
Which I thought was random when it came out.
Yeah.
So I thought it was just like part of that. It's like they were trying to renew it.
No, this is a different.
What's her name's nipples?
That sounds like it.
But watch the Peter Pan. I was like, because again, I'm like, the Pooniverse movies are kind of dark, or the Pooniverse, the Winnie the Pooh movies are kind of dark, for what they are. They're goofy too. Like there's fun.
Okay.
But the first one's specifically a little mean.
Okay.
But so I'm like going to the Peter Pan trailer. Like, okay, it's Peter Pan Neverland, like in this universe, so it's gonna be kind of goofy, kind of fun. I was like, oh,
it's not. Neither of those.
This is kind of. I don't know how.
You're like, you shouldn't make this.
You should not. They did say this is gonna be the darkest entry in the entire like thing they're building out. The Peter Pan one will be the darkest.
It definitely sounds like it.
Right. Because like I think like Bambi's gonna be like a demonic deer and shit. I don't fucking know what they're doing, but I'm glad people are having fun. I don't know. We should listen. If you can get money for the Pooniverse, we could do like $100 fucking budget here, where like Hayden's the
So James, what'd you rate the Iron Claw?
I would give the Iron Claw, like I said at the very beginning, 8.5. I gave my score at the start. You were buzzed and
forgot
paying attention.
Oh, like we all aren't.
Well, I mean, I remember giving it. You don't remember me giving it, so
his helmet was not on.
Sorry,
so the brain fell out.
You had to push the button.
Skull couldn't hold it. It's like a cereal bowl. Sometimes it flows off the top.
You guys remember the cereal bowls with the straws?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Fire, bro.
I miss those.
What happened to ingenuity for kids?
I don't
You know what I mean?
man. Good toys and fucking.
They said fuck them
Remember
kids.
those toothbrushes that would play music?
Play music, yeah.
So it'll be like a minute long or however long, like 2 minutes for you to brush your teeth.
And when the song ended, you're
ends,
good.
you're done.
Come on, man. What are we doing here?
Was it Tooth Tunes?
Tooth
I think it was
Yeah.
Tooth Tunes, yeah.
Or what was that like mobile? It was like a DVD player. It would like fit in your hand, and they would play those mini discs of a whole TV episodes.
Yeah.
And it was like with like Drake and Josh
Yeah.
and like all the teen Nick
Corey in the
shows.
House or
Yes.
some shit.
That's my favorite anime.
But the screen was like this big. It was
Yeah.
like 2 by 2 inches.
They did the same thing with
Maybe.
like music too. It'd be like 30 seconds of a song.
Yeah.
Remember McDonald's? They had those for the longest time
Yeah.
back. You get the little computer chip, you put in the little thing, and give you like a fucking like Hillary Duff song
song,
or some
yeah.
shit. Yeah.
We're very old.
They would convince
Bro,
you to buy the
cooked.
album.
Yep.
You don't have to say that.
Mark
You
is
don't have to
very
say we're
old.
old.
We're fucking well done over here, brother.
Well, I mean, I'm not, but these guys.
At the ripe age of 18, huh?
The rightful age of 16. I shouldn't even be drinking.
By the time he hits 20, he's gonna look like Nosferatu.
Oh, it's gonna be bad.
Comb over mustache.
Got that Benjamin Button.
Fucking everyone's wives.
Jesus. You're going to be a
Sorry,
cock
Sam. I understand
assault.
listens to this. I'm sorry, Sam. I shouldn't have said that.
All right, so
but also,
8.5.
8.5?
yeah, 8.5 for sure.
8.5. Hayden, what would you rate it?
What? Iron Claw?
Yep.
10.
Oh, 10.
Yeah.
And, well, here's the thing too. I also feel like
No
if you understand, if you know the history, and like I
As-
1,000% could see that being a 9.5, 10 for people that understand, like know it,
No.
love it.
I think I made you watch The Dark Side beforehand, right? Like years ago. We watched it years ago.
No, can I just as a standalone story alone, not even knowing the previous story, I think it is a 10.
It's great.
Whatever, fuck
Yeah.
you. I don't give a
It's a
fuck.
great movie.
It's a great fucking movie.
I'm not saying it's not a bad movie.
Jerked my fucking tears right out of me.
Yeah, maybe.
Hell yeah, brother.
Big sad for sure.
Hell yeah, brother. I love when they jerk them tears out.
I love it.
I jerk his tears out.
I
all the
love
time.
it.
Sometimes on camera when we're filming this.
I give it 7.
Okay.
As someone who's like not emotionally invested in it because like the whole sibling thing.
Uh-huh.
But if
Are you an
have
only child?
siblings, I'm not.
But you are?
But kind of.
But I am.
Okay.
Also, just I don't know. It was good. It's a good movie.
Just say you don't like
I just
wrestling.
wish like it invoked.
You know this shit's fake, right?
I just wish it. I wish it invoked the emotions everyone tells me like they got from it.
That's understandable.
I think it's kind of like envy of that. Like I didn't get that out of it. Like very few movies have made me cry though.
I can be your brother.
Wait, as an only child, how did you feel
Hans would have
about
been
it?
stoked to see any of that shit happen to me.
That's fucking wild.
Hey, Carrie, I can help you.
Missing a leg, fucking end up.
No, I would say it's like an 8.5. I really liked it. I enjoyed that movie. I enjoy it more because him and I spoke about it prior and then after. That's what amplifies it more for me is because the interaction I had with him.
See, I had no idea what it was going into it, and again, there's
like
a
a
couple
slap in the
moments where
face,
I'm
huh?
kind of
Absolutely.
going
Dude, I'm so sorry.
It's a chop, dude.
down and like checking.
Can
the
you
phone.
imagine Shane
There
or
was a few
Logan?
times- There was a few times where I had to look back up and go back like 20 or 30 seconds because you will miss stuff.
Yeah,
If
there's a
you're
lot of shit
not
that happens.
Zoned in the whole time. And again, it's not because there's any boring moments or anything like that. Just like, you know,
It's
we're at that point where like we live on our phones and also answering work emails and
There's just
look at him.
You're right though. There's just
On his
so many
phone.
moments in that movie. I would even say that there's moments in that movie that like directly like affect just the whole like outlook of that time period.
yeah.
Because the parents are so, like there's that scene where Kevin walks in and is like, "Mom, you need to talk to like Dad about the brothers," and she's like, "That's for you and your brothers, dude. You don't need to talk to me."
I do like that they like show like the humanity of the dad because they do start from nothing. They have a trailer and like he's
was
super
just-
excited to get a car to pull the trailer in the beginning to like they have a house in acreage. Like, and he's like, this is what I work for and I never want you guys to be like in the place we used to be. Like that's where the dad was coming from. But all the sons were like, oh, like dad has accomplished all this. We have to like show up for dad.
Yeah. And he tried living almost too vicariously through them because he never got to be the NWA champion. And NWA championship back then was like the end all be all.
Right.
Until WWF became what WWF ended up becoming. Because they all started like late 60s, early 70s, you know? And WWF didn't start getting the like world. Vince McMahon didn't start buying out other territories until like the 80s because he bought it from his dad. So that was the like grand expansion, and that's why the NWA kind of teetered out. But the NWA was like the biggest fucking thing you can get, and we all know wrestling is predetermined. You know what I mean? It's if it's just in it's
The person
just,
who pays you is like
he's the booker. He's the guy who says, okay, but I mean, there is still a lot of respect in it because they're saying you are the guy that I believe in the most right now, and you can make us the most money and project
you
us
could put on
longer.
this show. It's a show.
exactly.
It's a dance.
That's why Ric Flair was the guy. That's my only gripe, but we'll get to that after. Go ahead.
Have you watched that show?
Which one?
Netflix?
Which one? The Wrestlers? Glow?
No, it's the other one.
With
it's
homie from Arrow?
It's on like Epic, yeah.
Heels. I haven't watched it yet. It's on Netflix. Is it good? Okay. I'll have to peep it.
Gentlemen,
I
I,
heard
We
it's really
binged the fuck out of
I
that.
hate to interrupt by very sad, quote unquote, sad news, depending on if you give a shit or not. I
You've
don't.
come out?
I have not. The 39th president of the United States, Jimmy Carter, has died.
Really?
Yep.
Oh,
I
shit.
don't
The
care
peanut
because
butter
I
guy.
think these are all
Peanut
moral,
butter guy.
horrendous human beings, so I don't care. But for anyone that does care,
he's a peanut farmer.
He's
there you
dead.
go. He's dead. Yes, the
He's a peanut
farm.
farmer.
My daughter said that I should sign this piece of legislation. Shut the fuck up.
He's the only president that wasn't like
Yeah, fuck Jimmy Carter.
controversial.
No, he pretty much just stayed to himself. Like out of
Yeah.
all the presidents, like if you were gonna have one that was like not gonna be
The
invasive,
most chill guy.
He's the guy.
He's the chill guy
He's
president.
the guy that's just like
for sure.
Yeah, he is the chill guy. That's
He
it.
was
Yeah,
like 90 fucking 9 years
100.
old. He was 100? Yo, fuck that, dude. Take me
He was
out.
the most chill guy
Right.
president we've
Out
ever
back.
had.
Right.
And then after that, we got Bush,
yeah.
Woo.
Sorry, I didn't mean fuck.
right?
I
He
didn't
was
mean-
No, I'm
not fuck.
he was
that guy.
after Clinton
I'll unfuck
before
that
Bush,
which one?
right?
He
Or was
Jimmy
he
Carter?
Jimmy Carter.
Jimmy
is-
Carter?
Jimmy
Unfuck-
Carter is fine.
Unfuck Jimmy Carter.
Yeah,
my
he's
bad.
fine. Just-
Jimmy
he's-
Carter was like 80s, no? Like early 80s?
Yeah,
Or
he's
was
before
he
Bush.
before-
No, I
Before
wasn't
Bush
born
Senior.
then.
Pre-Bush.
Before
Bush
Bush
Senior.
Senior.
Bush
So he
Senior
was- yeah.
converted.
It was Bush Senior, then it was Clinton,
Yes.
Yes.
then it was
okay.
Bush Jr.
Clinton.
Bush Jr. was
We're not going to get political.
That's why
just the lineage.
that's
lineage
that's
of
when the
fucking president,
80s.
so
That was in the
we're just going numbers
80s.
here.
The presidents are all related to each other. So it doesn't really
When the
fucking
hair was
matter.
big,
They're not, but also fuck a majority of them.
But
and the
Actually,
movies were
somebody
great.
Looked and all of their lineages
There,
somehow
there
connect
is,
to
yeah,
each
they,
other.
they do, yeah, I know. But also,
we all
like
go back
9/11.
to fish,
conspiracy
guys. We all go
theories,
back to
so.
fish at some point, okay?
What were we gonna talk
No,
about?
I just, I
Perfect
want,
segue to
want,
9/11 that you guys were talking about.
Yeah.
yeah,
no,
what's up
hold
with-
on. I just want Bush Jr. to, because I know he's watching, because he's always watching, you little fucking bitch.
Go paint your paintings, you fucking
I'm
idiot.
Glad, I'm glad your dad's dead.
Bro, the funniest
Fuck you.
fucking shit that Bush ever did was when he was like, we got to end the war on racism, on terrorism. We got to stop this, do that. And he's on the golf course and he's like, now watch this drive. He fucking
Well,
just goes and
you
tees
know that
off.
bitch, Hans, I talk about this a lot. You know that bitch played a character for 8 years.
Of course he
He's
did.
not fucking stupid the way that he presents
you
himself
think?
to be. No, he's stupid, but he's not this like he's a high society fucking. That's why as soon as he was out of office, all of a sudden it's fucking tea parties and paintings and all that shit. He was not this like I'm
Have
a
you
good
seen his
old boy.
paintings? Have you
Yeah,
seen his
fucking
paintings? It's just
horrendous.
fucking
What
turkey-
about-
Yep.
turkey hands?
I just watched a thing on Bohemian Grove,
Yeah,
He's
Just
like,
fucking.
and why is he just? He's
This
like
is
the
my
laughing
masterpiece.
stock. I don't understand that.
because he's an idiot, but he's an
Now
idiot
this is my
like
masterpiece.
Amongst that,
right.
now watch this drive.
Like, but he's not this like good old boy. Like he's a fucking high society piece of shit that
Oh, of
plays this
course,
good old
of
boy
course,
part.
of
Like
course.
you look at the stuff that was orchestrated under him. This was not something like a tard could have pulled off without help. I mean, yes, there's like help from like military.
This is a
generals
crazy
and all
turn.
this
But you
shit,
have
but-
Saudi
course.
Arabia attack you and you
I'm gonna go piss.
start a war in Iraq.
Yeah.
One of the best Kanye moments of all. One of the best Kanye moments of all time, and
Wanna
that's
go
saying
together?
something.
Yeah.
Is
George Bush.
George Bush doesn't care about black people,
people.
and then fucking Mike Myers just being like,
What?
Wait, have you seen that? Like
I watched it
I
live
saw a
at my
I watched it
documentary.
grandma's.
live, too.
I saw a documentary about like Hurricane Katrina and how it wasn't the hurricane that did all the devastation. It was just like the lack of infrastructure and like
for days.
and like just how the government just like
FEMA?
yeah no like the U.S. government like knew there was all these problems
Yep.
with like the infrastructure
Oh,
of
dude,
New
that's par for the
Orleans
course.
Yep.
and like that's
Yeah,
where all
every
the
time.
flooding came from.
Yeah.
Like they told them like one storm and like all these levees are gonna break like and they were just like
That's cool.
that's not
we don't
gonna
get
happen.
storms like that, bro.
Damn, he's going.
oh yeah,
He's
it's
loaded
like
up.
when
That's
you
a steady
pee.
stream, bro.
That is
When
fuck-
you pee, it's like you pee 3 different
yeah, but it's
times.
healthy.
I don't know about that.
To pee 3 different times?
He stops and then he pees again and then he stops and then he pees again.
You tighten up that sphincter, huh?
He's doing his he's doing his
Exercise.
kegels. He's
Doing
just doing his
kegels, yeah, yeah.
kegels in there.
He's worried that I'm gonna enter.
Let's get back to
That's hard. That's hard work, brother. Have you
What are you
tried?
talking about 9/11?
Fucking butthole eye guy.
What?
Again?
No, what the fuck is
Dawn to Dawn. That's what we were talking about.
I haven't seen that yet.
That's not even
Doug
finished that shit.
Dimmadome.
What's his name?
Don't.
The
Zac
fellow
Efron.
kids guy.
Oh, Steve Buscemi.
Oh,
Steve
Steve
Buscemi.
Buscemi.
What's up with
yes.
him in 9/11? He's a hero in 9/11.
Oh, yeah,
He was a
let's,
firefighter. He was there
He's a
helping.
firefighter
Like an
during 9/11?
actual firefighter?
So he used to be a firefighter. He went to go become like an actor, and then when 9/11 happened, he came back and was like, "Nah, I'm gonna go and help." So he helped during 9/11. He rescued a bunch of people and
Yeah, we
shit.
can't joke about 9/11.
Could you imagine that fool pulling out a rebel?
9/11.
Could you imagine that?
What, Stanley T? That'd be terrifying.
Him coming,
I'd be
he's
like, yo,
I'm gonna
leave
get
me
you
in
out.
here.
I found you.
I immediately
Fucking
think.
pull the rebel off.
I'm like, no, thank you.
Remember,
I'm good.
remember Con
Is that
Air?
a pug?
I do feel fine, yeah.
You know how he was the pedo? Could you imagine that fool pulling you out of the fucking rebel and you're just like, oh gosh.
And that movie just came out not that long ago. You're like,
Exactly.
I'm good, brother.
This guy is gonna have a tea party with me in the back of my house. But
Do
yeah,
you guys, do you guys know who Norm Macdonald is?
Yes.
I fucking
Legend.
love.
He has one of the funniest 9/11 jokes I've ever heard.
He's got some of the funniest jokes. Period.
He's
ever.
so funny.
I miss Norm so much.
I know, me too, man.
God damn.
But there's that joke where he's like talking about 9/11. He's like, I walked through blood and bones and dust to get to my brother. And the guy's like, where's your brother? He's like, oh, he's in Northern Canada.
That man had probably the best timing ever because he could keep shit going for like 2 minutes, and
Dude,
you're like on the hook the whole time, and then
that's-
you just get it. You're like, yep.
That's the fucking comedian's comedian because he would
Yeah.
like, even when he would go up and like he did the roast of dude from Full House.
Bob Saget.
Bob Saget, yeah,
Yep.
he did the roast for Bob
Yep.
Saget, and he literally just went up there and like bombed on purpose.
Yep.
But every comedian that was up there knew they knew what he was doing.
Yep. Yep.
He's incredible, man.
Yep.
He's
He
one
was
on one.
so good. And he was sick
I didn't even know he was sick,
he never talked about it. He was sick the whole time.
Yeah, fucker.
He's going doing talk shows and the whole nine. And just,
he did a Chadwick.
Mitch Hedberg are like two of my absolute favorites.
Yep. Fucking incredible.
Yeah. But
I'm so partial to George Carlin as well.
George Carlin is one of the ones, man. He's one of them ones. He's like top.
He got a little bitter at the end, but like also
why wouldn't he?
Right, he wasn't wrong on anything.
No,
like of course you're gonna get bitter,
dude.
When you know you're almost out the door, you just
fuck it, let it rip.
And it was still
Beyblade
funny.
style.
That was the thing. Like even when he got bitter, like he was still funny.
Still funny, bro. Still funny. Almost funnier.
Hans is like funny when he's bitter.
Yeah, we all.
Hans is like always bitter, and that's why he's so funny.
That's how it works, man. Look at this man.
He's like the whole.
He's doing it right now. He's doing it right now.
I'm always angry.
It's true. I am always
Hayden's
angry.
never bitter, and that's why he's never funny.
You're not wrong.
It's because somebody didn't reset him in time.
I need you to push the button.
Fix me. How long do you guys want to go?
I don't know.
We're
This
at
is fun.
1:34.
Well,
Let's hit the 2 mark.
It's fun with me.
Fuck it.
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah.
It's only like a 15
Well, we're gonna
minute drive
record-
back to Hayden's.
We're gonna record
Well, I was
a
gonna say, well, we can
Oh,
cut
yeah,
it
we're
here
gonna do
and
other
do
stuff, yeah.
trailer
we can do some
reaction.
videos.
Yeah,
just
okay.
shit like that.
For what?
28 years.
20 years
Oh,
later.
for the
Did
teaser
you see
trailer?
that?
I did see the teaser
Okay.
trailer. I wanted to
have
bring it
not.
up earlier when we were talking about trailers because
Let's.
that's
I'm bricked.
I mean, if you don't
that's
mind,
a absolute perfect one.
you mind making a little video of this?
I'll do. Yeah, I don't care. I'll do it.
Easy
Can
peasy.
we go back to Iron Claw real quick? I just
Yeah,
have
yeah,
a couple
of course.
things I want to button
Please.
up.
Please.
I would give it like a 9 probably.
Yeah.
I would give it like a 9. Just because it hits all my things, you know?
What holds you back from giving it a 10? As someone who's a fan of this whole thing.
Yeah, I think there's just a couple things that with casting that didn't really work too well for me. I didn't really dig Jeremy Allen White too much as Carrie. It's just
Is he short?
aesthetically because he's just a little guy. He's just a little guy. It didn't really work for me, but I did fuck with him in the movie.
What the fuck do you pat me on for?
He's a little guy. But his acting in the movie was great. The other thing that really fucking bummed me out was them not including Chris, of course. But afterwards, I see why. I see why they wouldn't do it. And then the guy they cast for Ric Flair was absolutely abysmal.
Shit.
Fucking
Dog
bad.
shit.
You know what? You're right.
If you listen to that promo, and then you listen to the Ric Flair promo, there's like, it's like a minute and a half long. He kind of combined one, but it's like a minute and a half long where he sounds nothing like Ric Flair. And then there's 20 seconds where if you close your eyes, you're like, this is the same fucking guy.
Yep.
But I will say, who the fuck are you going to cast for Ric Flair? Ric Flair doesn't even look like Ric Flair anymore.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right.
Who are you going to cast for that role? That's like that's a one of one person.
Who was it for Ric Flair?
Terrible person. If you're a man.
The thing I gotta say about Austin Butler, sorry, super
No,
off
go ahead.
topic, is he portrays what he thinks cool is,
Yep.
but he's not cool.
Yeah.
It's like theater
gimmick.
kid.
That's a really
Theater
good way
kid
of
trying to be
describing
cool.
Austin
Yeah.
Butler. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fucking on point.
That's
That
so on
is
point.
on point.
That is
Sorry.
so on
One of
point.
the reasons why I was not a huge fan of the bike riders.
Bro, I gotta
Because
be honest.
he wants to be that guy so bad, but he's not because he's a theater kid.
You're gonna have to tear this jacket off me.
Bro, what happened to like naming movies? What like that's the lamest fucking name for a movie I've ever heard. When I was in LA, I would see it up all the time, and I would just be like, "Well, I wonder what that fucking movie's about." You
Right.
know? Whoa, what's that one?
Yeah.
It's like even TV shows had better names, like Sons
Yeah.
of Anarchy. You're like, oh, what's that about?
What's that about?
And I think that was one of the things that bummed me out about that movie, not to go on a tangent, but when we saw it in theaters, you and I were looking at each other like, oh, fuck, that looks kind of rad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then I watched it when I was a little buzzed and home alone one day, and I was really just bored.
Oh fuck,
I
that
couldn't
sucks.
finish it.
Maybe it's because like being like a Sons of Anarchy Mayans fan, I
didn't
expected
finish it.
more action, but they make you think there's going to be a lot more action than there is
was
based
none.
off the trailer. Again, going back to the trailer thing, and it does again. Everyone acts great, like the setting's good, like
Boring.
you can't fucking lie to me like that. Dude. I'm getting so sick of getting lied to and these fucking by these fucking people. This little fucking whore over here. Yep. Cheating and whoring and fucking
You're not talking about me. I'll tell you what.
got that bloody penis.
Damn.
Jesus.
That's gross.
What are you on about?
Cheating on me, goddammit.
Yeah,
All I told you to do is watch Iron Claw.
I would see that fucking poster like, because when
was gonna say,
when
you're in
LA,
LA.
yeah, when LA does like when a movie's coming up, they plaster that shit. Like I saw the Blink twice because when I drive to Hollywood for work now, you know what I mean. So it's like a 15-minute drive in the morning, and then I'm like right about to pull up on Hollywood off of Highland, and there's just like movie posters and big ass fucking shit all over the place. So I'm like, oh, okay, that looks, what's that? You know? And I saw that all the time. And I couldn't get over the name. It made me already not want to be interested in the movie.
Bike riders.
Bike Riders. I was like, what? This is the fucking 70s?
Have you met Ye?
No, I haven't met Ye yet.
It's gonna happen.
Probably.
And then just
I hope he gives me a piggyback ride.
and he'll just do the. You get the picture and just get like the fucking.
I hope so.
stuff. Yeah,
I hope so.
Yeah, what you want if you're gonna get a picture.
I'm going to get in there and be like, Kanye West does not care about black people.
Yep, yeah.
Not anymore.
And he'll just make the face. You'll get your picture. And
You won't
everybody
do-
fucks
yeah.
off.
He's probably on a rant in his brain at that point anyways.
Just gonna be talking about Jews.
Do you like vultures?
No, dude, I honestly haven't liked Kanye West music, and I don't want to say Kanye West in general very much, but he became like a kind of a grifter at one point, and I was just like, I'm good, man. I'll kind of back up off of this.
I have a good Kanye story.
Yeah?
Did you meet him?
No, it's like when I like realized like the whole allure and
The Kanye lore.
and illusion of
It is-
Kanye.
It is lore, by the
like
way.
when it left like my body was when he performed in San Jose, the SAP Center.
Oh, and didn't he like leave or something?
It was like it was the day before he like canceled his Yeezus tour.
Yeah.
It was Yeezus, right?
Yeah, it was Jesus, I believe.
Or
yeah.
was it? No, it was the one after Yeezus.
Life of Pablo?
Life of Pablo. It was the Life of Pablo tour.
Jesus is good, man.
Yeezus was good. So I saw the Yeezus tour, and I was like, okay, like this is awesome. Life of Pablo tour comes up, see him like, and they're two completely different tours. Like the Yeezus tour had Kendrick opening, and like that was a show. Like that was a fucking show. Life of Pablo, I'm like, all right, like I'm doing this. Like this guy can do no wrong.
Which was very hype at the beginning. When that
It was
first
very hype
dropped,
in the beginning.
including him, everyone was hyped.
Yeah. I go see him. He spends an hour and a half of that show ranting.
Yep.
He was on his
Nosferatu.
MAGA bullshit. Like I want to be president.
Yeah, bro.
And-
that's,
and
that's
he
literally when he
starts-
lost me.
he
That was-
starts-
I'm good, bro.
Freestyling. I hope he builds the wall. I hope he kicks them out. And you could look this up on YouTube because like it's on there.
Yeah.
Like his
Life of
rant.
Pablo?
Yeah.
Fuck, I thought it was later.
And
Nah,
I'm like,
man.
these are
That's 2015, 2016.
these
no?
are the people that are raising your kids.
Yeah.
Because you know Kim ain't doing it.
Right.
He's not
Right.
doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Like these are the people that like look after your house, like clean your house. Like
Yeah.
Right.
these are the people that your wife posts about, like when she shows her house, like why her house is so clean. Because
Yeah.
if you've seen the show, because I had an ex who watched the show, like
My wife loves
their
that
kids
show.
are little fucking shits.
Yeah, they are.
Like they're spoiled brats.
Yeah.
And they throw shit around, like they leave everything messy, but when she shows her house and everything, it's spotless.
Yeah.
Like these are the people that like
Take care of you, bro.
take care of you.
Yeah.
And you're rapping, you're freestyling in San Jose, California, of all places.
Of all places, bro. What are you
where
doing?
it's like all Latinos.
San Jose or LA, dude? What the
Yeah.
why would you do that?
Yeah.
And you're rapping about like, I hope he's talking about Donald Trump, by the way. Like,
Yeah.
I hope he kicks them out. I hope he keeps them out.
Yeah.
And then that was the show. He called it a day after that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I was just like, this guy, like, fuck this guy. Whatever he touches, like everything he does, like I have nothing, like I want
That
nothing
was
to do
literally
with
it for me. That was my
it for
breaking
me.
point too, was around that time. For me, it was when he said slavery was a choice.
Right. When
That
on TMZ.
that's when I was like, bro, what's going on, man? What are you doing? You were literally like, for albums, literally that's what you were triumphing is the
Right.
strife of black, you know.
Right.
And by the way, this is all white guys talking about this right now. Just saying.
Right.
Just saying. I have no you know, I've never felt that. But I'm saying like for him to go from that and just make such a fucking left turn was really fucking
Well, you listen like Blood on the Leaves, and it's
Mm-hmm.
like,
I've never liked Kanye.
yeah, Hans never liked Kanye, so it
that's
doesn't
okay.
matter.
Ever.
And
I do love old Kanye, and I'll
me,
never
like,
stop
the thing
listening
with
to
Kanye
that.
is I can,
Bro, come on.
I can usually with Kanye, I can look at his issues throughout his lore,
Yeah.
and go, yeah, Kanye's been fucked for a long time, regardless of if
After his mom died, that was it.
It depends on when you. I think Kanye has always said absurd shit. People agree with certain eras of Kanye more than others. Some eras are obviously a lot more out of step than others.
Of course.
But like I still really liked a lot of shit up until musically, up until Vultures. And I thought with Ty, you might get
$1 yeah.
because Kids See Ghosts is one of my favorite things.
Reborn's a great
One
song.
of my favorite pieces of work ever.
Yeah.
Him and Cudi just bring the best out of each other.
And to have Takashi Murakami.
Yep. Doing the
Yeah.
Well, they kind of made up, but like not like artistically.
Yeah.
Like, as friends, they did.
Like,
But that was also a
professionally,
bummer
they-
too, man. Was
It was
when he
very
was going through all of good music and saying, "I do." When he said Big Sean was my biggest disappointment, I was like, "That's fucking crazy." Big Sean was such a like presence in the blog era
Yeah.
that it's like, dude, he was making music almost like in spite of you because you weren't giving him any play, like you weren't giving him anything.
His fallout needs to be studied because
Big
he
Sean,
was like,
it was
yeah,
rough, brother.
like
It was
Kanye
rough.
fucked him over hard. Like
I was at the Bogus Boys' house when the Cudi Kanye thing kind of hit fucking boiling point over Pete. And I was super
'cause he was
sad
friends with Pete.
because like I said, Kids See Ghosts are my favorite things ever. I have it on vinyl. I fucking have all the artwork. I love Takashi. Like I love
Murakami,
the
yeah.
whole fucking thing. And they kept saying, yeah, we'll do a second one. And I do think one of the better songs in later Kanye years has been Moon. Because I do think him and Cudi bring so much out of each other.
On Kids See
And it
Ghost.
No, yeah, just in general.
Yeah, yeah.
Whenever they're together. But
I
yeah,
have a hot take about Kid
when
Cudi,
Vultures
probably,
came
yeah.
out, I was hoping for kind of like something with some substance, and it was just horny music for like
Yeah,
an
dude.
hour and a half. And
Yeah, it wasn't for me.
it was not enjoyable.
I
And,
downloaded it. I do it with every fucking thing he gives.
Yeah, you
He
have to
puts
try
out. I
it, give it a
download it,
shot.
listen to it, and I go, no, okay.
Because you can listen to it and go, okay, I can fuck with this song, or I can fuck with this, like whatever.
Yeah.
With streaming and stuff, it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
You're listening-
Also, like I have
you
a
know.
gripe with the way he releases music.
Me too.
Like if it's not ready, don't fucking release
Stop
Yeah,
telling
bro.
people it's coming when it's not.
it. No, the thing that is like he'll release something unfinished.
Wolves.
Yeah.
I'm a fix wolves.
And then do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you're like, oh yeah, like I've heard that song. And you're like, which version?
Right.
I like the third one. Third
Right.
one's good.
Which at first was kind of cool. Like when streaming was kind of becoming a thing and people were like, oh, we can change things. Like at first it was kind of sick. Like there was this like, okay, this is kind and then Kanye just abused the fuck out.
Yeah, he abused.
Yeah.
He
And then
abused
shit's like, you wake up one day and album's gone. And then it's back up the next week and it's
gotta
different. You're just like, what
re-download
the
it
fuck
and
is
shit. Yeah.
happening?
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
Anyways.
it sucks.
We're
We're going a little off topic, but it's okay.
sorry.
We can
And
talk
this is
music. You
bonus
guys want to talk
episode.
music?
Let's talk music.
Okay.
We have a
what's come
section.
out this, or what have we been listening to this
Wait,
week,
can we
kids?
talk album of the year since like your
Ooh.
personal album of the year?
Sure.
since
Yeah,
the
let's
year's
see album of the
Sure,
year.
sure.
Yeah.
I'm
Who's
done.
starting?
I could start.
You
Go ahead.
start.
For me, it's Submarine by The Marias.
Explain.
Oh my
Because that's
god,
not something that I'm familiar
That's-
with either.
that album! I think coming off of like a very long relationship, like I was always looking for like a way to explain what it was like. And then this album comes out like a year after that, and it literally every song is like what the breakup was like from beginning to end. Like it encapsulates like that part
That's
of my
cool.
life, like what I felt when we before the decision was made and after the decision was made, and like the fallout. Like every song, you're like, wait, like it almost humanizes the whole thing, where it's like, yeah, breakups suck, but it's not just you who has gone through it.
Right.
Like other people can relate, and this too shall pass. Like it was very much like that for me. And then just like musically, like Maria, like she could sing her heart out, but her band, like she's in a band with her ex-boyfriend who this album is about.
That's crazy.
Jesus Christ.
White
Yeah.
Stripe style.
God
Yeah.
damn.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And like she's singing about like how like one song, it's called Sienna.
What does he do in the band?
He's a drummer.
He's like,
Yeah.
Who's the heartbeat, dude?
That didn't happen.
There's
what are you talking about?
a song called Sienna where she's like literally talking about like the baby she wanted to have with him, and like God. Sienna would have been the name of the baby.
He's on the mic like, not in my watch.
Yeah, like this, like she's so open about it, and like you listen to it, and like knowing the backstory and like hearing her interviews and like as she sings it, like it's a perfect album, like 10 out of 10. Like any version of it. And also like the live show.
And
like,
that came out this year?
It came out this year. And the live show was like probably my favorite concert I went to this year.
Gotcha. I gotta see when this album came out that I'm gonna talk about. Give me a second.
Next person.
You're also a stud and a beautiful human being. So
I believe
glad that you're,
sure.
you're fucking making your way through. And
Oh yeah, no, I've definitely
golden.
I've gotten better from it. But it was nice to know, like, you know,
Right.
like,
You're not alone.
it's human. It's not just me who's been through this.
How
like,
recent was this?
We broke up 2 years ago.
Oh,
but it was
okay.
like a 10,
Ooh.
like
a
an
long
over
time.
10-year
Yikes,
relationship.
brother.
Big part of your life.
And like there was like no album, like there's no song that could really encapsulate that.
Yep.
And then this came out, and I was just like, oh,
It found
like
that part
if
of you.
anyone ever wants to talk about this, or like if there's a way I need to describe it, I can just send them a song.
Yeah.
And like this is exactly what it was like
Fuck,
bar
man.
for bar.
That's actually beautiful, man.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
So it's got a very special place in my heart.
I'm gonna have to listen to that. You said Submarine by the Mariahs?
By the Marias.
Mariahs, my bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love that for you. It's nice when you find something that just hits.
Yeah, it gave,
It's tangible.
I wouldn't say closure, but it was like, I guess closure for myself.
Well, you also feel like there's a little bit of understanding within yourself that you maybe wouldn't have found otherwise.
Yeah.
That's important.
Yeah.
Very important. Yeah.
What did you beat people up to this year?
Now you switch to me, and it's like complete opposite. Jesus fucking Christ.
I'm
so glad
Well, if
it
you want
wasn't
to
next.
beat some heads in, don't do me next. Do me like last.
Are you
'Cause
got-
my shit's just.
What is yours? Leon
I don't
Bridges.
even want to fucking. First of all, Leon Bridges is
I
great.
fucking love Leon. That's why I'm not
Yeah,
joking. I'm being dead serious.
With him with the fucking yeah, with Krangbin.
fucking incredible. I'm not
Dude,
making
I
a
wish they
joke.
would make more. I'm glad we got a B-side to that.
What was your fucking favorite thing then?
Dude, after all that just made me fucking hurt
Yeah,
right now.
yes.
That's why I
That
can't
made
be
my
next.
heart hurt right now.
No, it's a good way of like everyone else is going to be different.
I think that the thing that I listened to the most to this year, I think, was "Knock Loose." Don't go, or you're not going to go before you're supposed to. And I think I listened to that on repeat for like months. But you know, what's an album actually that fucking really that I was listening to for like 3 months on end was Frank.
Yep,
Frank Ocean's,
we know because we posted about it on the socials.
I don't
But yeah,
listen
I mean,
to any of
just
their
to-
music
Just to, I mean,
at all.
to-
But we
I
didn't
mean,
get in depth. We didn't
I'll
get
be
in
real.
depth.
I'll reiterate it again.
Yeah,
just because-
we didn't get in depth with it before.
Yeah, I mean, no, Blonde had kind of a similar thing. I'm glad that the Marias gave you that closure because I feel like, I don't know, listening to Blonde this year just like opened up like a whole thing with like my past relationship too. And like, I don't know, just a lot of feelings behind that album too. Combined also with that Knock Loose album, just like, damn, you are giving me a hard look right now. I don't even know what to think of it.
What?
I
I'm
can't,
looking at you.
I can't say like this topic is hard for a lot of people because we live in like the era of singles. I'm an album person.
Same.
Mm-hmm.
Like I won't even listen to a single until the full album like comes out. So
Yeah.
I'll listen, like I buy albums still. And so like it'll take me like, I'll take a whole weekend to digest an album. Like I'll clear my schedule and I'll just listen to that album like nonstop.
Yep.
So like it's a little different, but like maybe like favorite single even.
Yep. Which is important.
Like if you don't have a favorite album, because
Yeah.
I understand like we live in an age of like
No, I will say it was
time
Knock
is of the
Loose.
essence.
That Knock Loose album that came out this year. Only song I fucking hated was Slaughterhouse. That shit sucked. Motionless
I
and
hate
White can
Motionless
suck
in
my
White.
fucking
Yeah, I
balls.
fucking hate Motionless and White.
Sorry, Brian.
I was never into them.
Motionless and White can suck it.
I can't do, and it's nothing to do with anyone individually. I hate them from the start. Not a band I enjoy on any level. Aesthetically, their fan base sucks. Their fucking look is just. Sorry,
Who you talking about?
Chill.
I agree. But I agree with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Garbage.
That album this year was just
Buns?
great.
Frank Ocean is
Oh
his-
no, I mean
Well, which one? Frank or fucking...
they were both. I mean they
Frank
both.
Ocean?
They both.
Knock Loose and Frank Ocean.
One penis boy.
Fuck you. I'm choosing Blonde and You Won't Go Until You're Supposed to.
Knock Loose and Frank Ocean.
Knock Loose and Frank Ocean had my back this year.
So
Love
Blonde
that.
is like it's an older album though, no?
Yeah, it's
So
an
what-
older album. It's just I
this
got.
year.
It's just this year that's what kind of.
That's what you're listening
That's
to?
what I was listening to. This
I have
year.
something kind of similar because there's an artist that I was listening to, but that I just found this year, but the album came out 2 years ago. But I do have an album that I like from this year. Did you guys all go already?
No, I haven't.
No, I-
Montez.
it was
Okay,
just
go
me
ahead.
and
Go
Alex.
first.
James, you go first.
You want me to go?
Yeah, go ahead.
So my favorite album that came out this year was the Libertines' new record, which they're very British. They're very, very like The Clash meets like British in general kind of music. So it's punky, it's garage rock. I've been a fan of them for years, and they broke up for a really long time. They got back together, and that's a new one. Yeah, it's a really fun record. It's punky and energetic, and also got a couple more ballads than you would usually have. Night of the Hunter is one of the best songs I've ever heard in my entire life.
Libertines.
But it's a fun record, and I'm kind of like, I've been through my shit. We've all been through our shit. I'm getting a little burnt on having everything having to be like emotionally exhausting at this point. Like I don't necessarily want to listen to music that makes me burn out emotionally. That's why, like, I know a lot of people love Nightmare from Avenged Sevenfold. It's one of my favorite albums of all time. I don't listen to it very much anymore because it burns me out. It's a rough listen. I don't have. You get worn down over time, and there's a point where, like, I personally have kind of just been enjoying more fun stuff lately. That record's very fun. There's some more serious songs on there for sure, but it's a nice blend. That's my favorite record of this year. My favorite record of the last couple of years I've been listening to is Life is But a Dream from Avenged Sevenfold, which is, going back on what I just said, a very heavy record that talks about Albert Camus and freedom of choice and free
Don't
will.
listen to it. It makes you think about your life. You don't want to.
You
think
could have a
about your life
nihilistic.
like that.
It will give you a very potentially nihilistic experience. If you pay, but it's a record that also demands you pay attention to it, and if you don't, it's not going to be something you enjoy. But it will.
Am I a puppet?
If you give it the listen that it kind of demands,
Yeah.
you'll find a lot in there. But it's also, like, it does touch on some uncomfortable subjects, and like what is like free will in comparison to suicide, and like what is that sort of,
What's that vibe?
what is the point where it's up to the person, and do we blame that person for taking that choice, and do you have any position or any authority over their free will to do what they want to do? And that's not what the whole record's about, but that's a large portion of the record, and gets into a lot of stuff. AI, the concept of God, a song called G. It's my favorite thing he's ever. Hayden hates it.
I don't hate it anymore.
He didn't like it as much off the bat, but it's very like Frank Zappa, Steely Dan kind of style song.
Oh, okay.
But it's like funky God, kind of just like sitting there, just like looking down at people, like, what the fuck are they doing, and why are they doing that?
He's on bongos.
And he pretty much, but he's like in like a high
Playing
rise.
hacky sack.
He's like pretty much like a high rise in like New York, and he's
Okay.
just like, at the end he's like, yeah, delete, and he presses the delete button and just like nukes everyone. It's pretty great. Like, it's a very fun record too. There's a lot of fun shit.
Okay.
But it touched on some really deep, dark shit as well. And so you get it's a lot of left turns, which it was meant to be. If you don't like textures, you're not going to like it. If you like kind of being surprised every couple songs or every song even, you'll have a blast with it. But it touches on some stuff. And there's a few people, I showed it to Marty, and he's like, this is really fucking cool. He went home and listened to it. He texted me, he's like, it's kind of fucked me up. And a few people have texted me that, like, where they're like, this is really cool musically. And then when they actually go home and dissect it, they're like, I probably didn't need that, but it's also been kind of helpful.
It's a one and done for me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's
I
one where
won't
you
go
kind of
back.
dive into it, and you either, like, for me, I almost find it comical. Like,
What's
so
wrong with you?
Yeah,
Are
so
you
I
okay?
can kind of go through it and just like throw it on whatever. But I know a lot of people don't. But for me, it's a really fun record because of how a lot of Daft Punk on there, just like fun, just tons of different genre influences and everything from like Lionel Richie, who's supposed to be on the record, and like Tame Impala and Daft Punk to like fucking thrashy, fucking like Poison the Well, and just like there's tons of different influences on there, so it's very textured. But so that's my favorite record over the last couple of years. But this year it's been the Libertines record, if we're talking about records that dropped in
I just saved
2024.
one song, the Hunt one, whatever.
Night of the Hunter.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I saved that.
It's a ballad, but it's a fucking good song.
I lied. It's Yo Gabba Gabba for me this year.
Hayden's such a
I need
fucking
go?
something
fan.
uplifting. No, he
No?
hasn't.
Run it up, brother. Go ahead,
Just smash someone's face in music.
Good.
That's fine.
Everything
That's
doesn't have to be
music you listen
fucking
Yeah,
deep
why?
and shit.
Yeah, you guys are all deep over here, and I'm just like, yeah, I just listen to the last 10
Libertines
seconds
was
of
not
life.
deep. Libertines is just fun. So have fun. Enjoy what you enjoy.
Yeah, just listen. No Name Graves. Last 10 seconds of life. That's the band. Their album is No Name Graves.
Okay.
No Name Graves. But yeah, no, that album's dope. They had a new fucking singer, and I was like, oh, it's gonna suck.
No.
Hands
Didn't
down, my
suck.
favorite album the past
Okay.
like 3 or 4 years.
Really? With a new
Damn.
singer?
It's just heavy, dude. Oh, dude, it hits
we need to
everything. I
update
like.
our playlist too. We haven't done that in a second.
Yeah.
I think I threw.
Yeah, we have
Yeah,
a Dead
fuck,
Man's
I don't
podcast.
think, I don't
playlist.
think we've talked about
I mean,
that.
I can give you guys access. Just throw shit on.
Yeah,
It
throw some
doesn't
shit
matter.
What is it on?
Yeah.
Spotify?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do
You
not have
just
Spotify.
We'll give you access.
I don't have Spotify. I have Apple Music.
Now he makes the Apple. Now he's
Well,
gonna
you
make
can-
the Apple
You
Music.
can tell
one.
us what you want to throw on there. We'll throw it on for
I
you.
can do that. I can definitely do that.
Yeah.
You can literally just. I mean, was it free? Can he just like download Spotify and
I
just
think
throw
you
shit
can
up?
still
Yeah.
edit
whatever.
playlists if you have the free Spotify.
Can just
You're gonna say free and plays at the same time, huh? I got you.
Getting a little
I do that.
Playlist.
bus.
I do that all the time.
hang on one sec.
There we go. We're back.
Yeah, no, it's just the album cover's dope. It's just
Well, let me see it.
angels and demons just killing
Demons.
each other. It's fucking sick.
yeah.
Oh, that's
Snakes.
fucking rad.
Love that.
But
Does it even have a name on it, or is it just art?
what do you mean?
Does it have like the band name or the album name?
Oh,
on
yeah,
it?
yeah.
Okay,
It's in the
I
corner.
just
It's
see
super
art.
small.
Oh, I see. Okay, I see.
But yeah,
I do love them bands yet where it's just artwork. There's no name. There's no branding. It's just
So
art.
sick.
I fucking love that.
So
yeah.
sick.
It's just all about like
Like
God
my
and
Dark
angels.
Twisted Fantasy.
Right.
The
Or
album
like
cover.
with the new Event record, Wes Lang did the artwork for it, and they just didn't put anything on it. It's just the artwork, and I
Yeah.
fucking love that.
If you know, you know.
Yep.
You know.
It's cool. Yeah, they have one song that I like, and it reminds me of Mad Max. He's just in a car and just driving, and it's apocalyptic. He's
Road
just
warrior
killing people.
shit.
He's like, the only thing that keeps him going is like the starlight.
Leather vests and desert roads.
Oh, dude, it's fucking sick.
Hell yeah.
It's so sick.
Denim and spikes. Yep.
But yeah, if you want to listen to something that fucking hate life too, it's dope.
Speaking of spikes, before we get into your thing, I learned how to make fucking tire spikes. Homemade tire spikes the last couple days.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
You on the dark web, brother?
Are you okay?
No, but it's just like
How much have you read of the Anarchist Handbook?
the Anarchist Handbook. The Anarchist Cookbook is what you're thinking about. That which you can't buy. I mean, you can buy it now, but if you take those little things on, I can't say it. Those little things on the door right there,
Yeah.
and you start screwing them together.
What?
Like a good long, yeah, the little fucking hinges.
The hinges.
You can take the fucking doors off your fucking
You can buy hinges, brother.
motherfucker. I know
You start
that.
putting some fucking nice tall fucking screws to the parts you're not screwing together. Fucking roll that shit out. If the
Why
Fed
do you?
boys,
What? Why?
if
What?
the Fed boys ever show up, or if like
They're
any,
gonna show up to your fucking place.
if they ever do, you know, or you could fucking slap someone with it
Wow.
if you
That
want.
would
If you,
be.
some anime shit like
death.
Roni
Are you
Kenshin.
okay? Are you okay?
That been some like
Anywho.
Kenshin shit, dude.
That would be like death.
Anyways, I'm just saying it's really easy to do if you ever needed to like.
That's quite the interjection, my brother.
Protect yourself.
That's the most random shit. I've
I'm
ever
just
heard.
giving Devin's introduction the introduction it deserves, which is
Because this
Excellent.
album that he's about to say goes that
Devin
fucking
fucking goes
hard.
that hard.
Devin's pick for album of the year.
All right. So my album of the year would probably be, there's this guy named Isaiah Falls. The album's called Drugs and Lullabies.
Ooh, that's a
It
good
is not, yeah, it is not rap. He's like singing.
Okay.
But there's a song called, he's from Florida, so it's very Florida, like,
Yeah.
you know, whatever. But he has a song called Gold on My Teeth, and I listened to that like 40 times. But there's like 5 or 6 other songs that I really enjoy on it. There's a first half, and then the second half, I kind of fall off a little bit. But first half, like first 8 or 9 songs, I could listen to those front to back all the time. The like last like 3 or 4, they just didn't hit me as well, but I listened to that album a lot this year.
Do you like the experience of the album as a whole, even with the songs that kind of slept for you?
Yeah. It's just, you know, I mean, on any album,
there's always
like 1 or 2. Yep. You know what I mean? That you just don't listen to as much as the other ones, I would say. Yep. But as a whole, I really enjoyed it. It's great. I would highly recommend it.
But sometimes those ones also grow on you.
Yeah, I've been giving them more of a shot.
That's the fun thing. Is maybe like a year goes down and you're like,
I gotta run this back.
Yeah. Yep. And that's always awesome.
I've listened to the front half so much that I'm like, all right, I gotta give these others like 2 or 3 a good run.
What's the thing is, like, I love pop music, but like the problem with pop music is instant gratification. Mm-hmm. And like sometimes you kind of dry out on that really quick and then you're over record and quick done and out.
Yeah.
But when there's some stuff a little bit of like, not everything's complex, but stuff that maybe doesn't land immediately, you go back to it later on and you're like, oh fuck, like I was so into all this that like this maybe didn't make sense at the time. Or like I was kind of skipping past, but like I'm kind of burnt on this. I'm kind of hyper fixated on this. Yeah. Now all of a sudden it's like, oh fuck. Like again, textures are sometimes kind of fun.
There was a super random, but there was a Miley Cyrus record.
Yeah.
Her most recent one was like that for me. Like the first half of it, I loved, like could not get enough of it.
Yeah.
I think it was like the first 5 songs. But the last half of the song like took such a 180 of like what the first 5 songs were, where I was like, what the fuck is this? Like it felt unfinished. Like it was like these were all gonna be singles, like the last half were all gonna be singles and they just like mushed it together.
I gotcha.
But the second time around, or not the second time, like the second half of me like trying to listen to that album again. Like Miley Cyrus is like, ever since I saw her live, she became like a sleeper artist for me.
She's great, dude.
Yeah,
she really
such
is great.
a good live show. Like if you've never seen Miley Cyrus live, don't knock it till you try it. Like,
well, she's got
one of the most fun experiences. Like she's a performer.
Yeah.
Like I can't say that about a lot of pop artists. Like Bad Bunny is not a performer.
Right.
Like
yeah,
love Bad Bunny, but dude,
I had fun.
Dude cannot perform though because he takes like 10-minute breaks between songs.
That's
and
crazy.
like he lets the energy die.
Right. But Miley, when she kind of fucked her voice up, she also kind of came out like on a different level.
Yeah.
Like she came out of that with just like this grit that she sort of.
And Endless Summer Vacation is the album. First 5 songs, average person will love those songs because they're pop records.
Right.
Like
right.
They're catchy, but you'll get tired of them pretty quick. The last half of that album, like you give it enough time, like they'll grow on you, and you'll be like, "Wait, these are
Nosferatu.
These are actual bangers." Like,
well, it's like Lady Gaga, tons of pop songs, but then you get like the Elton.
She
John.
Has ballads.
She gets in the Elton John kind of shit, and you're like, "Oh my fuck!" She just like, and she's getting bluesy and soulful, and you're just like, and
Lady Gaga got ballads.
Yep.
Like, that's one artist like that I really wanted to see her Vegas residency because she plays those. And Pop's not dead, you guys.
The album I would say I probably listened to front and back like the most, that it didn't come out this year, it was like 2 years ago, is there's this guy named Lou Val. It's kind of, you like Lou Val? Yeah, have you heard his album Guter?
I don't, maybe?
I can listen to that album front to back and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. He has a song on there called Balance. And like, as a dude who struggles a lot with anxiety, that song feels like a weighted blanket to me. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, it's Guter. Lou Val.
I'm just saving that shit.
Lou Val. It's beautiful, man. There's another song on there called Swan Hug that's really good. It's kind of Frank Ocean lane. I would say
even sounds like that, like when you say it. Yeah.
I've said this before, and I'm gonna get fucking tossed for saying this. I feel like Lou Val is what Frank Ocean would be if he was like.
If he tried.
If he tried and actually wrote music that made any sense. That wasn't just all inside jokes. Frank Ocean is just like, he's talking about people like, or situations that nobody has any, nobody has any fucking.
Any context of or
like
relatable.
I don't know. I can't, what the fuck is the word that I'm trying to...
Relate?
Relate, yes. I kept wanting to say recognize, but I can't relate to...
I know what you mean.
Most of Frank Ocean's songs because...
Also, his songs, like, in Orange are, like... They're so different, like...
Yeah.
The first half compared to, like, the second half. Like, it goes from, like, a really, like, slow song to, like, a pop, like...
Yeah.
banger.
It's
like
weird,
pyramids.
bro. Pyramids, 100%. Yeah. You're like, what's
Like,
going on?
Where's this going?
Yeah,
Like,
where is this
I
coming
can see
from?
what you mean
Yeah,
there.
but Lou Val, his projects are very more front to back. They have more structure. They're a little bit more concise with like where he's trying to go with it. He had an album that came out recently that didn't really hit me as well as the Gutser one. I think it's Guter. It's like French or some shit.
Yeah.
I think it's like candy. I don't really know. Some shit like that. But it's Gouter. That was great. And then I'm also listening to, I've been running this back a lot this year, is Mad Villain, MF Doom, and then In Search of by NERD. Those are like my 4 albums that I've consistently just been running back and forth. I don't know when I'm going to be on here next, so I wanted to get it all off right now.
Yeah,
I don't know when I'm going to be back on here either. And I live a few doors down, so.
What you've done before.
I actually take both of mine back. I'm putting it as The Rise and Fall of the Midwest Princess by Chappell Rowan.
Okay, that's great for you, Hayden.
I think this is a good
After
place
this,
to
I'm
wrap
gonna
it.
fuck James in the ass.
We're at fucking 2
Girlfriend.
hours and 10 minutes.
I don't care.
Damn.
Holy
Christ.
shit.
Well, when you
All right,
have,
well,
we have a good squad of groups, so that's how it be.
that's how it be. Yeah, when you got the big...
When you got
the big
5
chungus.
motherfuckers on
We're
here.
ending the year on a fucking high note, kids.
Oh, yeah.
Hope you enjoy this motherfucker.
Don't
Wrap it up, guys. Let's wrap it up.
Let's not do all the drugs in 2025. Listen to good
Save it for
music.
2026.
Save it for
Yeah.
2026.
Hope we don't get nuked. We all love each other. Fucking drink the alcohol. Don't do the drugs. Don't fuck each other to sexual transmitted diseases. And
Thanks
Oh,
for
I really
having
want to
us,
talk about
folks.
the socioeconomic and geopolitical
oh yeah, we're gonna talk
state
about
of the
Gaza
world.
real quick.
Yeah, I want to bring up Gaza and, you know.
Thanks for watching, guys. This has been 10 Man's Podcast.